Welcome to High Africa.
Thank you.
Yep. I'm happy we're making this happen, eh?
I'm happy too.
When was the last time we spoke?
I think that was last year.
Was it last year?
I can't remember really. I think it was last year. I can't really recall, but
But I think I texted you. Was that on Twitter or something?
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, eh?
Yes, and then I think we got in touch on WhatsApp.
On
or
WhatsApp
something.
or something. Oh yeah, sent you a message.
Yeah, but I think the time you were thinking I was still in the country, so I told you like, oh, I left, and
You
then
said you left, yeah.
I said I can record and give it to you, but I think we never really got.
Yeah, we never made it happen. But yeah, every time I start the show, I always remember that for everyone that I've hosted, apart from maybe a few, it was a long conversation that led us to that kind of level of us actually recording.
Right.
So I know people ask me like, how do you get people here?
Mm-hmm.
It's basically alignment.
Right.
That's how I use it. I don't usually get people because I'm looking for a guest, but I look for people because they align with the kind of conversation.
Right.
So with you, I started saying, let's do this. And at the time where we wanted to do it and never actually materialized, that time I think things were not okay with me in terms of actually doing this. I wasn't allowed to do this.
Okay.
But now I can.
That's good.
So I'm happy that you're here.
I'm also happy that I'm here.
Great. So I think where should we start from? I have the intro here. I have to introduce you, but we'll start from Bright Chizumen.
Of course.
Because Bright Chizumen came here.
My guy.
And every minute, Joel with this, Joel with that.
Right.
You see it?
Yeah.
So it's always fascinating when the Joel comes in.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm the guy.
You met Bright? Right?
Yeah. I haven't met Bright since I
Yeah.
came here, but I met Bright I think back in 2015.
Yeah.
If not 14. It's been such a long time when I
Yeah.
met him. It's kind of crazy how we met, by the way, but it's fascinating because I met him at Lilongwe Technical College.
Ah.
Yeah, at the time, I remember he was like the youngest staff in Lilongwe Technical College.
Oh, he was teaching here.
Yes, he was teaching at Lilongwe Technical College, and I was trying to introduce like computing and information systems through Mr. Chikonta, who was the head of like IT at the time at the school.
Yeah.
That's how I got to meet. Then I saw that he had published a book.
Yay.
So I just went to him like in the staff room. I was like, yo, dude, you are into entrepreneurship. I was like, yeah. I was like, okay, I'm also into that. And I'm like, I'm the developer and all of that. And it's like, yeah, nice. Oh, I'm trying to build this edutech startup company. I'm trying to build this edutech product. I was like, nice. I could do that, And I remember going home on the day, because for me at the time, I was like trying to make some quick buck. I was like trying to make some money.
I don't want to join a project. That
No. And then I went home, I remember, and I built the software, I think a basic Java desktop app. And then the following day I went to him, I was like, yo, look, I built this. He was like, nice. I've been trying to find developers. I think he talked about it, but, I haven't been successful. I'm like, yeah, I can build this, He's like, okay, what do you think we should build a company? I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
And then my focus shifted from
just making money
making money out of it, and then like, okay, let's build this thing.
Yeah.
So we kind of like started from there, and then we just like chemistry. Like how when you meet people who are just like into the same thing that you do.
Yeah.
It was like that, but I was sort of like a background character. I didn't want to be out there.
Yeah. I think most of the developers are like that. You just want to be on the side.
Yeah.
Cool, man. But anyway, let me do the intro. So let me do the intro. It's very important.
Yeah.
That people know. I'll start with the Bright Chizumen. So on the last episode with Bright Chizumen, you're going to check it. Go on the channel and check it. We talked about those early days when he and his peers built apps and even a rubric of a payment gateway. That conversation reminded us that Malawi has always had sparks of innovation, a proof that even in small markets, creativity is alive. So today, we continue this story, but of course, in a different version altogether. with another Malawian innovator. Should I call you innovator? Oh, disruptor.
I prefer innovator.
you disruptor to some extent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who has taken that spirit, that Malawian spirit of innovation to the global stage? So our guest today is Joel Fickson Ngozo, the actual Ngozo. So the producer is Ngozo.
Nice. Good to know. Good to know.
So
it might be my relative.
It might be. It might be. So big good one. So our guest is Joel Fickson Ngozo, a senior full-stack engineer at commercetools in Germany, a CEO entrepreneur, and the founder of Vwaza Media, home of authentic African entertainment. You said here,
Yeah.
which is positioning itself as Africa's own Spotify.
Yeah. Sort of.
Empowering artists to earn through streaming. In fact, Vwaza recently secured an exclusive distribution deal with Lawi, which is huge in this part of the world, setting a benchmark for African-owned digital platforms to also lead in the space. So Joe has built startups in e-commerce, edtech, health tech, including Elior Health, and worked across USA, UK, Germany, and Malawi. His journey reflects not just talent, but vision, how African innovators can create solutions that matter locally while competing globally. So in this episode, we'll explore Joel's journey, the opportunity in Malawi's digital economy, the rise of Afrocentric platforms like Vwaza, and what it will take for Africa to move from consumers of technology to producers shaping the global digital economy.
Wow.
That's the intro.
That's nice. I've never had someone else introduce me like that in my life.
You're a developer. So you sit behind this, the platforms, and they're just doing stuff, and the rest people are talking.
Right. That's true.
Come on, let's start from here, man. How did it all begin, man? The way you came in the picture, the way I saw you, was that you were busy with talking about technology and building.
Yeah.
And I just saw you leaving Malawi. And I was like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
So tell me about your background and how you came into this space of developing platforms.
Right. So it's a long story, but I think I just keep it brief. So I was born in Kota. So my dad was working at a Ilovo sugar company.
Yeah.
And when I remember, I think the first time that I actually got into thinking about this was one of my best friends at the time when we were still in primary school.
Yeah.
He came to me one day and said, hey, I watched a movie. And in the movie, there was a guy who was talking to a computer. And this is you can imagine in the early 2000, I think this is 2000.
Yeah.
When I was 5. It was so I was like, okay, that's nice. What did he do was it could control things. I think it was Arnold Schwarzenegger or something in the movie. It was over at 5.
The Terminator one.
Yeah. So I was like, wow, really? He's like, yeah. So I said, okay, when I grow up, I want to talk to a computer. But of course, I had other dreams, I want to be a pilot. I think at the time, everybody else wanted to be a pilot. Yeah. A police.
soldier,
exactly. You're
teacher.
right. Yes.
Things that we're exposed to.
Yeah. So in early 2006, we moved from Nkodagora to Lilongwe. But the dream had always been there.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to computers. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I'd never seen a computer in my life up until that point. So when I came to Lilongwe, I went to Mwenyegondo LEA, and there I saw this odd monitor of a computer. I was like, okay, that's it. But I couldn't talk to it.
Yeah.
Up until I got selected to Vwaza secondary school. And then fortunately, I think the stars aligned. I was put into this computer studies classroom.
Wow.
So when I was there, you can imagine the first day, the teacher's like, okay, this is a monitor. This is a I was like, no. I just want to talk to the computer. How do I talk to it?
Yeah.
But of course, the dream for me was when I grow up, I wanted to know how I can talk to a computer so it can predict and tell me who my wife is going to be. That's the whole thing. That's the only thing I wanted. And this is before even AI or whatever. I was like, I want to talk to a computer so it can tell me who my wife is going to be.
Wow. Why are you so concerned about a woman that time, man?
I have no idea. I was 5 or 6 or 7.
Wow.
But, it was in Form 1 and Form 2, I met this teacher who was my computer studies teacher, Mr. Alfred Miaya, who was I told him yo, it is my dream to speak to computers. I was if you don't really talk to computers, you have to do software engineering. So I was like, really? What is that? It's like, no, this is how you study and talk, you write software and all of that. It's like, okay, great. So after that, that's when I was in Form 3. I convinced my parents, like, hey, I want to learn how to talk to computers. And Mr. Miyaya says that he can charge me 10,000 kwacha to learn. So it's like, okay, good. So my parents gave me 10K. I went to him and I gave it to him. I was in Form 3 at the time. I gave him 10,000. He started teaching me. But the way you taught me was like, I think it also kind of inspired me to learn better, because it just gave me a book, visualbasic.net. For those developers who know, they would know. Visualbasic.net. I would go to his house in the morning, just leave him with the book and say, read this book, and then you do the exercise and I'll come check it.
Wow, that was good.
So it was very difficult, but it was
Difficult but good.
Yeah, so that's how I kind of like got to learn, programming when I was in Form 3. I was 16 at the time.
Yeah.
And I went into Form 4. I stopped because it was like very hard. Couldn't do it. It was like, no, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Fast forward, I finished. Luckily, my dad bought me a computer at the time, I think after MSc exams. And after that, that's when I was like, okay, I want to learn how to code myself.
Yeah.
I used to go to this website. I don't know if it's still up and available. It's called itebooks.info. There were like free books there. So I downloaded a bunch of like Java, PHP books. That's how I kind of learned. And then I built like, at the time there was like, I think FMB, what is the name of the FMB? First Merchant Bank. I think they rebranded.
Rebranded, yes. First Capital.
Yes.
Something, right?
At the time, I was frustrated. I had like a First Merchant Bank account.
Yeah.
I was frustrated with how their ATM system was working.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to put it in your card, and then it was one transaction. And then once you have to get the card out, they give you the money, and then you have to. So I was like, I'm going to build like an ATM system. I built it in Java with MySQL, and then I didn't do anything. And then I went back to my teacher. I told him like, yo, I built this. I was like, no, you don't have to do anything. Because he told me, if you are going to build something that is really cool, I'm going to teach you for free. So I said, okay, great. So I went and built that software. And then I went back to him and I said, I built this. I was like, okay, you're on a good trajectory. You don't need me anymore. Just continue doing what you're doing. I was like,
what was that?
I don't know. But that's how I kind of like got into software engineering and computers. And I think we're going to talk about other stories. But yeah, this is how that's the dream.
That's the beginning of it, right?
Yes.
But okay, so many things there. I think for parents that are watching this, is one, listening to your kids whenever they're saying, okay, I want to learn this. Sometimes because parents don't understand the technology, they would want to hold on to the kids. No, don't do it. Wait, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
very important to listen to your kids.
Listen to your kids. Allow them to explore. They'll meet teachers who will not teach them. They'll get the money. Just give them a book. Of course, coaching was there because he would check the exercise that you were doing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You worked on Kwathu Malawi and TECULES with Bright, right?
Yeah.
In the early days. So looking back, what did those projects teach you about innovation and resilience? Like, how did those projects now help you as you were moving up the ladder?
Yeah, I think the first product that I built was Kwathu Malawi, Kwathu Inc. And in retrospect, I think it's, when I look back, I think it's kind of like shaped where Vwaza and Elior Health have been. I think from my perspective, I've always, I think, been a builder. Like I've always wanted to build. And one of my, I don't know if it's like a trait or quality, is to bring people together. Because even with Kwathu, I did bring a lot of people to come together and build. So it was like, it's been really like a very important thing for me to learn how to, work with other people and, also just build things from scratch, which is very important because with Kwathu, it was like, we wanted to have like this gateway, this portal where we can just, people can find agricultural information, they can find health information. But then, of course, it never worked out. And because I think at the time, hosting fees were very expensive, hosting websites. And I was just like a student and I didn't have money. So it was like very difficult. And yeah, I think TECULES was like one of the first big hits that I really worked on. I enjoyed working on it. I'm just a builder, man. I just love building. And it's not really driven by the money aspect of it, because if it was that, I think that would have been very difficult. But ever since then, I just wanted to build. And I tell people as well, like, you have to find a way. I just enjoy writing code and building products, not for the the money aspect, but just for, it's just like something I love, and I can monetize it if I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is that you're making money out of it.
Yeah. I think the money aspect came after.
Okay.
Because I was not driven by money initially. Because if you're driven by money, of which I've met a lot of developers, like when I'm like mentoring them, it's like, okay, I need to make money out of this right away.
You're like, you're not ready.
You're not ready yet. You know, you need to, I think the money comes into play, I think naturally or automatically or whatever, but it has to come with looking at, I think from a developer standpoint, and me now being a senior, I look back and it's like, okay, maybe some people who are juniors, they want to start making money today, but they're not ready.
Yeah.
So you need to have that passion of just building and, you know, keeping your head down.
Cool, man. So when did you leave Malawi?
I think the first time I left Malawi was in 2018.
2018?
Yes. Frustrated, of course, at the time where I was living.
What was happening?
So I remember, I think Bright shared this. If you guys haven't watched it, go back and watch it.
Go back. I'm making sure at least you tell your story.
Yeah.
Because you did.
So in 2016, me and Bright, we started building this, you know, TECULES company, I think 2015, 16. But we're finding so many gaps that were not filled.
Yeah.
There were no like payment gateway, so we started building that. So it had been a journey of like 2 years from 2015 to 2017.
Yeah.
But then there was no success.
Yeah.
So I remember telling Brad, I was like, dude, I think we're going to be wasting our time here at this point because we are very early in this process. It's best that we leave this country and be in a place where at least we can learn and thrive.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think maybe we should go to Kenya. So I said, I don't want to go to Kenya. I want to go to Silicon Valley. I want to go to San Francisco.
Yeah.
And we talked about it. And with my other best friend, Blessings, it was like, okay, let's make a plan. We're going to go to the US. Okay, so how do we get there? We don't have the money. We don't have the whatever. So one night, and this is like the frustration had been, you know, going for so long.
Yeah.
And one night, my other friend is like already raising money. He's like doing farming, so he can raise, I think we needed like 5 million kwacha at the time, which is like a lot of money.
2018 is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. Yeah. So I was like, I don't have any, I'm going to farm, and then I make money out of it, and then I'm going to use that money to go.
What?
But unfortunately,
too much, man.
Unfortunately, it didn't work out. So I remember Bright came to me one of these days, like we were staying together in CCDC.
Yeah.
He comes to me like one night, is like, dude, I see this opportunity like on Hero X. There's this platform, Hero X. There's this lady who's looking for an app. I was like, oh, what is it? It's like, oh, she's looking for an Android, a mobile app for saving money for her daughter.
Yeah.
So I said, oh, nice. I can do that. So the same night, he tells me at 5 p.m. The same night, I spend all night writing the app and I submit. And the price was $5,000.
Yeah.
So I submit the app right away. You know, like the same night I write the code. Yeah, I built this Android app and I submit my submission to the lady. Her name is Elizabeth. Yeah. So I submit the app to her. And then she's like, okay, I want this to be like a very graceful event. I think we have 16 submissions total. I'm going to pick the person who's going to win on the 14th of February, which is like Valentine's Day, because I forgot the exact reason for her, but she wanted to make this event like graceful and all of that. So I said, okay, cool.
She's Malawian?
No, she's from Northern Virginia.
Okay, cool.
Right? So I wait on the 14th of February. I'm the winner.
Wow.
She says, I like your personality is great. You've been like very communicative and all of that. And I think you didn't just submit like a proposal, but you actually submitted an app, which this is something that I always tell people.
Yes.
You need to go the extra mile. Yes. Just a little bit, because you have to make sure that there's a key differentiator in whatever you do, right? So I submitted not only the proposal, I submitted an Android app to her.
Wow.
So she selected me. I called my friend right away. I called Brad. I was like, dude, we are going to Silicon Valley.
Okay, before we go with the story, I want to agree with you on the issue of making sure that you go an extra mile.
Yes.
When it comes to opportunities now,
Yeah.
specifically if you're from Africa,
Yeah.
you need to know that there are so many limiting factors
Oh my
that are on
goodness.
your way.
Yes.
And the only way you can survive in that kind of space is when you do an extra step.
Yeah.
Which could be, for instance, if you are even applying, you're being shortlisted and maybe they want to talk to you.
Yeah.
You make sure that you do a presentation of the whole thing that you want to do. And then you submit. So you do the interview and you submit that. So, okay, fine. As part of the discussion I've had, this is what I prepared of what I know and what value I'll bring.
Yes.
Go an extra mile. If it is a product like a software or whatever, website or anything, do a bare minimum platform that tells your story that you are indeed interested in the process.
Of course.
I think that part
is very important. Competition is stiff. Competition is really tough.
Now.
It is.
And now. It's crazy.
If you can't, I mean, like going on a little tangent here, but we recently hired a motion designer at Vwaza. The reason why I went with him, there are so many people who were applied, but one of the reasons why I looked at the person's like presentation. He did not just submit his resume, but he really took the Voaza mobile app, animated it, and submitted.
That's what you do.
When I was talking to the team, I was like, guys, this is our guy. Because for me, it's like the level of care and thought that this person took, like put into this whole thing. That's very important. So
you can't apply
and just
to be, for instance, like a video producer.
Yeah.
You can just get footage of that client and make sure you just play around with it and send it. It's part of the application. It shows courtesy. It shows that you really care. That's one of it. But also it shows that you are someone who's special.
Of course.
Yeah. So I wanted to emphasize on that one because it's very important for kids that are coming up and want to build they want to grow in the space. It's not about I want to do it.
No.
It's about I want to do it and this is what I've done.
Yes.
Customized for the discussion you're about to have.
Of course.
Something like that. Anyway, you got 5,000, man.
Yeah, I got $5,000 and then
in
2018.
Wow.
And I tell her, I was like, yo, she sends me $1,000 initially. And the first thing that I do is I invest in my computer because I had like a broken laptop, HP. So I go and buy a new laptop. And at the time it was like $750,000.
Yeah. You mean the exchange rate?
Yes, $1,000 was equal to $750,000.
The exchange rate was
Oh yeah, it was good at the time. So I go and buy this computer and I start preparing. I said, okay, I'm gonna finish the app, so I need to get this. So I started building the app, and then we agreed that we're gonna leave on the 20th. We're gonna leave in July 2018. And I said, okay, don't send me the money, because when I exchange it, it's gonna be like low. I'm gonna tell you a bunch of places where you should help me pay. So you just pay for me right there in the US and all of that. So that
was a good arrangement.
Yeah. So she was really nice, and I think she is like part of my story. I can't emphasize that enough. So I go ahead and she pays for everything, like my tickets and all of that, and then we're good to go. On the 23rd of July, I go to the airport. I couldn't fly.
Okay.
There was like, oh, this ticket was bought by somebody's credit card, so we need to verify that. And she has like an NGO in Uganda. Yeah. And I call her. She's like, oh, I'm like 1 hour away from the airport.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm heading there. So there's literally footage of her on the bike going to the airport, because she was like in the outskirts, in the villages. And she goes there, she's like, no, I think that the plane left already, so we can only do another one. And the nearest available one is like on the 25th. And people are texting me like, bro, hey, where are you right now? Where are you right now? I was like, I just turned off my WhatsApp. I was like, I don't want to respond because I'm flying like 2 days later. But anyway, I left Malawi with $300.
In your pocket?
Yes. Wow. And I was going to a place where I didn't know anybody, because I was the first one to leave. My friend was coming after me because his visa got rejected, but he actually got it later. So I fly to San Francisco. I fly to DC. I mean, Newark, New Jersey. I miss my plane. I spend the $99, and I didn't even know that in the US prices don't include taxes. Yeah, it's like, oh, $99, that's good. I went to the motel. It's like, okay, it's gonna be $110. Okay. Okay, I only have like $300. Yeah. In my mind, I was like, okay, whatever. So The next day, I arrived in San Francisco. I was like, okay, we're here now. So where do we begin? Yeah, long story, but we managed to survive. I got a few jobs there, and I met really interesting people that helped me along the way.
Yeah.
You know, I got a job at one of the companies in Redwood City as a developer. So yeah, that's how I got myself into the US. But it was out of frustration in Malawi.
But this is interesting because I've not heard so many people that would manage to do that. One is to make the money
Yeah.
for your ticket, not to beg around,
No.
right? But to make the money, and then you go there to start life. This is a typical way of how our friends do the same in South Africa, right? You go
Yes.
to South Africa, nothing,
Yes, don't know anybody.
no, don't know anybody.
Yeah.
like,
I mean, in retrospect, I don't think I would do it again. Seriously, because there's a lot at stake. I'm a married man. I have kids. It's difficult.
different,
But at the
right?
time, I think it was like the right moment.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that when I was there, life was difficult, but I managed to pull through. And I've come to this conclusion, say, where there are people, I think you can make it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of stories, so I want to drill deep into that.
Yeah.
So, where I see you moving now, I'm on your LinkedIn, right?
Yeah.
Here, there is let's go 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's start from zero. 2014, Kwathu Malawi Inc.
Mm-hmm.
Then you did computer trainer at Lutheran Bible Institute.
Yes.
You moved to Easy Malawi Corporation as a setup engineer,
Yeah.
Malawi.
Mm-hmm.
Then you were an instructor at Technobrain,
Yes.
Technobrain Group. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then freelance Android, Rest for a Purpose.
Yeah.
Worked with the church.
Yeah.
And then Android developer, What Matters Fund.
Yes, that's the
That's
product
that's
that
the
got
product that
me
you
to
got.
the US.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Now we move Android app. You did something for Fountain of Victory.
Yes.
You've been in the church, right?
Yeah.
Making some business with church guys.
It's because of Bright actually connected me.
Right, he's a church guy.
Yes, so he linked me with like I think is it Pastor Aubrey?
Yeah, Pastor
I
Aubrey.
felt like the actual music app that they have like right now called RFP Mom.
Yeah,
It's
check
the one that I built.
Nice one.
So it's the one that I built that, and then we had like a bunch of other products there, but that are still some are still active, some are not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen the RFP Mama and also
Yeah.
okay, fine. It's nice. I didn't see it
Yeah.
until when I was doing this research.
Yeah.
Cool. Android engineer. Then this is San Francisco,
Yeah.
Bay Area. This was like what? The number is crazy. It's like Kickstarter or something.
Which one? Sorry.
This is Android engineer. I don't even know. It's like XET.
Oh,
whatever.
Zetatron.
Hey,
Zetatron. Yeah. No.
Man,
Yeah.
what kind of company is that?
Yeah.
Cool. This is 2018, 2019. This is the time you went there.
Yes. So I'm in San Francisco in 2018, July, after July. Yeah.
And you're here. Then there you go. There you go. It goes on and on. Full stack developer here. Founder here. Full stack engineer here. Senior full stack developer here. Senior full stack engineer here. And full stack engineer here.
Yeah.
German.
And I think I should also mention that the reason one of the products that I went to, I didn't just go to the US because I wanted to. I also wanted there to go and build my company, Elior Health.
Yeah.
So that was one of the reasons I was like, look, I'm going to go there because I understand that in the valley, Everest is building. I want to go there with a product so that I can pitch to investors and get some money. I thought it was like easy and direct, like, okay, just made.
You're just gonna go somewhere.
Yeah,
you're having
after
lunch,
watching
and then you
Silicon
pitch,
Valley.
and then you get like $1 million.
Exactly.
And then booming.
It's like, yeah, I'm like, good to.
Let's talk about the realities of the Bay Area, because this, for me, right? So every time people talk about the Silicon Valley area, rather,
yeah.
the story is always once you're there, you've made it.
Yes.
And I think there might be a different space specifically for Africans.
Yes.
And I want you to reflect over that, coming from Malawi as an African and meeting fellow Africans and seeing how fast the world is in that space and how what kind of challenges you dealt with and how you navigated through.
Yeah, it's so good because I wrote a Medium blog article about it, like how the life of a an immigrant startup founder in the Bay Area. I think it's on my Medium. If people check it out, they'll see it. But I think when I arrived in the Bay, my perception of like the area kind of shifted.
Yeah.
Because I thought that, oh, when you go there, you can just walk to like a VC firm and start pitching, right? But when I went there, it was like very difficult because I noticed that, yeah, we talk about, like people being very open and all of that, which is really great. But also at the same time, it's not like direct, like you can just go. So when we arrived, I started looking for VC firms, and the easiest way to get introduced to VCs or like angels was to actually go to meetups.
Yeah.
So I started paying for meetup.
And you have to pay for the meetup.
Yes, they are like
they're not free.
Some of them are free, but then the free ones are not really that
valuable.
No, they're not. And also, it's like the same thing where I noticed that there were a lot of them that were like for like you had to pay a subscription every month on Meetup, is it meetup.com, like the platform, and also
monthly one.
Yeah, you have to pay, right? So when you pay for those, it's also more like, oh, we're going to introduce you to investors.
Yes.
But you also have to understand that it's also a business for the person.
It's a business,
right? Because it's like, I'm going to bring I'm going to bring a lot of investors in one space. But then there are also maybe the investors are getting paid or whatever. It's kind of crazy. So you go there, they're like pitching competitions you have to do. And then like you meet people like, oh, here's my business card, talk to me. And then that's it. That's the last time you hear from them. Like you email them, they don't respond anything, right? So it was like that cycle. It was like, okay, we tried for about 6 months to get people to listen to us.
Wow.
I managed to get into one VC firm that I went there and pitched. But I think also the product that I was pitching was very difficult because it was health tech. And if you know anything about digital health, the digital healthcare is that it's so hard to scale because there's a lot of regulations into
it's
data
about
protection.
The regulation,
Yeah. So every investor that I was pitching were like,
I don't
okay, this is good, but maybe you should try to tweak it around. I pitched to so many investors, that I managed to get, and some I'm still in contact with. But there was one that was like very interested in it, and they said, okay, if you can sell to up to 10 people, if you get 10 people subscribe to your platform, I'm going to invest.
Serious?
Yes.
Like 10?
But only 10 people. But I couldn't do it because it was more of a digital healthcare system which connected people, hospitals. And to get to the one hospital in the US,
in
Malawi, I was close to closing a deal with, I think, my Kwathu, but then they had already bought the software. But in the Valley, they're like big pharma and big corporations which are already using their own softwares. So to penetrate into that system, and also as a startup, as an immigrant, couldn't do it. I couldn't cut it. So I couldn't get the funding that I wanted. So that's how. But yeah, I think per your question, it's not as easy as people think.
Yeah, because it's the stories are like everything is going to be easy once you get there.
Yeah.
But the fact is that there's so many elements that will matter.
Yeah.
When you're there, one is that you are an immigrant.
Yeah.
So they have to be careful with what you can do and what the kind of network that you have.
Yes.
For instance, if Trump's kid, for instance, wants to start a company today, people will just jump to invest, right?
Yes.
So it talks about family. It talks about where you're coming from, your reputation of the family, and everything else matters, and how you raise money in spaces like that. So if you're an immigrant already, you don't have any of that. Maybe if you're an immigrant, but your dad is like Dangote in Africa.
Oh yeah,
that's a different discussion.
Oh yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's one. Secondly, is also just to get into the space and understand these kind of things. One, most of the events aside, most of those meetups and stuff like that, they're just places where another person has built a platform and you're using it.
Yeah, that's it.
You're a client.
Yes.
At the end of the day. Yeah. Right? So you realize after a long time of you buying courses, buying this and that, knowing that, okay, I'm here just being pushed around because and everything is about relationships.
Oh yeah,
and knowing people.
Very important. I mean, people always say you need, like in Malawi, I think we have this perception of like, you need to have connections to get things done. I thought it was only in Malawi, but it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. People don't know.
Yes.
If you think you don't need connections, you're gonna lose because you can't scale anything.
No.
Talk to anyone. Talk to anyone who's a billionaire. Now we have a billionaire in Mpinganjira, right?
Yes.
Mpinganjira is connected in every department of Malawi.
Of course.
Everywhere.
Yes. You need connections. Social capital.
Social capital is like
it's very
everything,
important
because things. If you want to move everything according to the book, it fails.
Oh yes, yes. You just need to have as much social capital as you can.
Yeah.
Because I think even for me, things started moving out when I was moving around. When I met some people.
Yeah.
You know, I have like friends that work at Netflix, Disney, and all of that, and they try to introduce me to other people. And you know, it's like even when you're applying for a job, right?
In the US, that's that.
Yes.
A referral is a very important person.
I tried to apply to Netflix a couple of times to be their engineer when things like Elior Health was not working.
Yeah.
But I couldn't even get like any phone call.
Yeah.
But this friend of mine, he told like, okay, I'm gonna give your resume to the hiring manager.
Yeah.
And she contacted me.
That's how it works.
You know, and it's like you jumped to so many hopes already.
Yeah.
You see? So yes. Connections, social capital is very important.
It's very important.
Yeah.
It's very important. So talk to me about 6 months of grinding, talking to different people.
Yeah.
Trying to raise money for your startup. And I'm happy that you're talking about it because there's so many people, specifically in Malawi right now, who are building different products and they think, Malawi is a bad place. I just want to go out.
No.
If I would be in America, I'll make it because I'll talk to VCs invest. I want you to paint the picture right, because this is how even people in Africa have lost their best, which is where people know them.
Yes.
People would buy because they know them and they believe them, and they go in a place which is totally new, and no one can even subscribe to a product.
I think it's very important that people understand that building products and raising money are very difficult things.
Yeah.
It's not like a single conversation, right? So for me, especially 6 months in, things are not working, and I think reality starts to hit. I need to get some gig.
Because you need to. I don't know how you're paying for things there.
Yes, I need to find a gig.
I don't know how you're surviving.
It's difficult, but I'm thankful to the church that I was going to because they were very supportive.
Yeah.
And this is how one of the people in the church is like, okay, he knew when I talked to him about my stuff, I was like, dude, you are. He usually calls me like a 10x developer. And at the time, I'm looking like, I don't think I was a 10x developer then. I don't know if I am now. Yeah. But then I was like, dude, you're a 10x developer.
Yeah.
You're so good, and I need to do something about it. So he started helping me, like connecting with people. That's how I got the first job as a software developer at like CollabWorks. So I started working there. I was like, okay, this building software thing, building this startup is literally not working. So the only thing is right now I need to make sure that I can survive here while I'm like trying to figure things out. But it's not like, as I said, it's not easy. The only difference within Malawi and, like the US when it comes to raising, I think if I can generalize it, is the abundance of VCs. They are a lot. Yes, they are a lot there that if you get the right people, I think they're willing to listen to you.
Yeah.
Right. There's so many accelerator programs like YC, Techstars, and all of that you can apply into, but they're very competitive.
Yeah.
Right. But at least they are there. The difficult part is like, can you get them to listen?
That's the thing.
Right. So, of which is not so easy if you are just an immigrant. You move from Malawi. You get there, and you're trying to. I mean, even if for me, like if I met a stranger on the street and it's like, "Hey, dude,"
you can't listen to the person.
I'm like, "No, I don't know you."
Yes,
unless
someone
else introduces.
Yeah,
and this is, I think, circling back to the topic, like you have to do the extra thing. You have to be in their faces. So for me, what I did, of course, I never successfully raised money then, but what I did is I connected with a lot of them on LinkedIn.
Yeah,
I was just trying to be in their face.
Let's just see you. When you are building a product, they should see you build.
Yes. So sometimes I still get these messages on LinkedIn, people saying, "Oh, I know you because I saw something that you built, or like I saw you somewhere else, which is very important. Like you have to be there.
Yep.
So that's what I only managed to do at the time. But it's not easy, guys. I think you need to have like a starting point where, and this is exactly what I'm trying to do with Vwaza, and we're going to talk about
We're
it.
going to talk about that because it's very important for people to know that you need to have a base. And we'll talk about that base later on. But anyway, crazy, right? So you survived USA.
I did.
How many years?
I stayed there for 3.5 years, I believe. Yeah.
3.5 years.
Yes.
Man,
So,
how do you survive that kind of country? I don't know if you've watched, obviously you should, Silicon Valley.
yes.
They are-
That's what I thought, that's how I thought the Bay Area was. And I was living in San Francisco Mission District,
Yeah.
which is like downtown San Francisco.
Yeah.
In my mind, I was like, oh, I can just move and see Twitter.
Uh-huh.
But it was like different, like because Google and Alphabet are like in San Jose.
Yeah.
And then it's only Twitter and a few other companies that are really in downtown.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I was like, okay, when I go there, I'm gonna see, that intro in Silicon Valley.
Yeah, the intro is
like there's everywhere else, like in one
is,
space.
like, happening,
No, it was like different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Some good stories, man. And you moved to Germany. And I think that's when I saw you properly because you were setting up that time. You were getting married. I don't know if it was the same time.
Yes, it was.
You're setting up your studio that side. And I was excited. The excitement for me then was not that I knew you, but I was excited to see that someone that is from my country has been able to survive and now is working international and is adding value in a different place.
Yeah.
And has been entrusted with that kind of role somewhere.
Yeah.
Because that was my dream then. It was my dream then, which I'm living now.
Yes.
But it is important to know that competing at a global stage is not easy. And how you get to that space, to get all the rejections that you have had to a level that you say, yes, now I can do it.
Yeah.
It's because just walk me through how you moved now to Germany.
Yeah. So I moved in 2021. I come back to Malawi, and the idea was I'm coming to get married. Unfortunately, it was not the AI that.
Yeah, I want to ask is like, was that the computer that?
No, it was
the algorithm was like, okay, now this is the woman.
No.
Yeah.
No, I moved back, and I was like, okay, I'm coming to get married, and I'm gonna go back to the US.
Okay.
So I come back. I get married in 2021, July.
Yeah.
I got married on Independence Day, 6th of July.
Okay. Why?
So I think it was like a holiday, so it was just perfect. So yeah, and then,
you didn't want to forget the date.
No.
It's like as you grow, you keep on forgetting those dates.
I get married, and then we started thinking about like going back.
Yeah.
So we prepared the visas for my wife, and then I told her like the life that I lived in the US is not so easy.
It's crazy.
And
it's not like I'm living in that kind of mansion.
No. When we go back, we're gonna have to start from scratch again, and we have to rethink about this.
Yeah.
So we had like some savings. So say, okay, what do you want to do? Do you want to go, or do you want to just hold off a little bit and figure things out? I was like, okay. She said, oh yeah, we can stay for a bit. I said, okay, cool. So we started setting up things here. We're living in area 12, and then we moved to area 6 in a long way. So we started staying. Like, okay, I need to get another job.
Yeah.
So I applied to this other company in the UK. They accept me, and then we start working, but the working conditions were not so good. And then we decided to mutually end the relationship.
Yeah.
And then I got another job at Scaling Funds. But when I was applying to Scaling Funds, which is also another German company, it was very crazy because I had a lot of rejections.
Yeah.
I think over 100.
Okay. And I wanted you to emphasize on that one because I know so many people, man, that think people that have made it without these rejections.
No.
People, I've met people. There's this, I'll call it pride thing.
Yeah.
I talked to this other friend. Is like, every job that I apply for, I'm picked.
No.
I'm like, Chief, be honest.
No.
If you want to get there, specifically if you want to compete globally,
Yes.
you're going to get rejections that you have never seen.
Yes.
Silence and everything else.
Yeah, true. So I think for me, when I moved from from this other UK company, I left, and then I started looking for another job in the UK, in Germany. I applied to so many, but I really wanted like a remote first company.
like a remote one.
So I applied.
It's not easy. That time it wasn't easy.
Man.
Before COVID, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, this is 2021.
Yeah.
Post-COVID. So there was a lot of like remote roles, of course.
Yeah.
But I applied. I was getting rejections left and right. But
companies were scaling down that time.
Yes. So I was like, it's okay, because I had another job in the US. So I wanted like to have two, because like I can work remotely. It's fine. Yeah. So I start building. I start like applying. I get rejection, and it comes to a point where you just get used.
Yeah.
Right. You just get used to rejections.
Yeah. And I think once you have the thick skin for rejection.
Yes, it's good. It's
perfect.
It means that you have grown.
You have grown.
Yes. So for me, it was like I'm getting rejections. And I was like, okay, I need to do like another experiment.
Yeah.
Right? And why am I getting rejected?
Yeah.
Because obviously I have the skill sets. I've worked in the US and the UK. So what is literally happening? So this is where now I also moved again to say, I'm not going to just apply, but I'm going to take it another step forward.
I will do an extra.
Exactly. So because I think comfortability is always a bad thing, because I was feeling comfortable, like I've worked here, people see my resume, but the structure of my resume was also bad, one of the things. So it was not passing through ATS systems. So I started like, okay, I went and I bought this resume template and I edited it. And I was like, okay, now I'm passing, at least at this point in time, I don't just get outright rejected. I apply to a company. The first thing is I go through like the phone screening, whatever. So at Scaling Funds, I apply, and then it's like, I made this do, like, okay, we're going to give you we're going to have like a live technical session. Say, cool. I told my office, like, I'm just doing this because for the sake of it. I don't think
they'll pick me.
They don't think they'll pick me.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool. So he gives me like this, he gives me like this project that I have to build, like one of their many things. So we do like full stack, so back end and front end, and I do it on a live coding session.
Wow, while they're watching you.
Yeah, for 1 hour. So we do it for 1 hour.
That time it wasn't like this AI kind of thing.
No, it's like
no cursor.
Nothing. So it's just me and him like writing code, and he preferred for me to be explaining what I was working.
Wow.
So I was telling him like, yo, so I'm gonna build like this API in TypeScript and Node.js, and then I'm gonna build this in like React front. So I started building the back end and the front end. I connect them and they're working, but then time ran out for me. It's like, I'm so sorry, like time ran out. It's like, it's okay. You hear from us. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I'm done. I closed my laptop and I went to my wife and like just chilling. Yeah. And then I think 2-3 days later, I got an email from the CTO, Philip. He's like, hey, we need to meet for like a cultural like
interview. They call it the cultural thing, right? It's like yeah. So, okay, I want you to emphasize on the cultural thing, because
very important.
I know, specific in Africa, most of the people can be really good. Yeah. But when it comes to cultural fit in an organization, it becomes difficult. And that's what matters when you're going in the global stage. True. It's about that kind of like allowing that you're going to lose some of the things that you like.
Yes.
Some of the words that you keep on saying, and you are trainable. Yes. So that you can live in a global village with people without hurting others because of what you do or what you say.
Oh my God.
The cultural fit is crazy. So you have to emphasize somewhere.
Yeah. So on I'll tell you another story about the same thing. Yeah. But here's the thing about like the cultural fit, the co-interview that I had. So I met with Philip. Yeah. The technical session was 1 hour. And we're going to do another 1 hour session on the cultural fit. So we meet on the cultural fit. He starts asking me questions like, okay, so are you married? And it's like, yeah, I don't have kids yet. And we talk about these things. So it's okay. It's quite interesting because I was doing research about you. And I went through your Twitter. It's like, nice. Okay, so what do you think? You talk a lot about, tell me about this Tech Malawi thing that you're doing. Because I started an initiative called Tech Malawi.
I remember, the Tech Malawi.
So, I was like, I'm trying to bring a bunch of like people in Malawi so that we can have a community. Because we don't have really a very solid community at the time. It's like, okay, so what do you like to do? I was like, I have like a very, I don't know if it's a bad or good thing. I like to code all night on Fridays up until Saturday morning. Like, so how do you learn?
That's a weird kind of life.
Trust me, we used to do worse with Pride. I think now that I'm growing old, but with Bright, we used to do like back-to-back all-nighters for 3 days straight, and it would be fine. There are videos that I think we're gonna share at some point.
You should. You should.
But we would do
that
like
would be weird.
Yeah, I was like, we would spend all night on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, literally all night, and wake up 9 a.m. The following day.
Yeah.
And it would be fine. But now I can't do it. I only do them.
Now, Hatsa, you know Hatsa, the Persian guy.
Yeah.
He's the one who's doing it. I told him, you're gonna do it now.
Yeah.
But you grow, but you'll be tired.
Yeah,
But he's
so-
too young, and he has
Yeah.
energy to
Yeah.
doing all night. I think every day now.
Yes, we used to do the same thing. Well, 23, 24 at a time. But now I can only do it on Fridays.
Yeah, just one day.
Obvious like time constraints and all of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, oh, nice. So how would you handle a situation like this?
Mm-hmm.
So I say, well, this is how I would handle it. I think I can't really remember the details, but it was more of like asking, how do I fit into the team?
Yeah.
And I've seen people getting rejected because of culture fit, even though, as you said,
Yeah.
they are really good technically, because
Yeah.
you need to come into a place where you understand the working styles of different people and you can fit in. So we have this 1 hour call. We talk about the culture fit and tells me about it. And he says, oh, I've done research. I've read up your Medium articles. I've read about like I went to your Twitter. I see like sports. I was like, you know.
And people don't know.
Yeah.
People don't know. Let me just catch you short there. I was worried. I don't know if it was any of these episodes. I was worried. I was like, my people in Malawi, you're so expressive on social media.
Very.
You write too much, guys.
Very.
You don't like that candidate. Yes, you don't like XYZ about what is happening in your country, but don't find the right way to do this, because it's gonna hunt you on one day.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a bad thing that is gonna break you down.
Yeah.
When you're about to get to that level.
Yeah, true. I think I always say you need to curate the kind of things that you put out.
Yeah.
If you look for example, on my socials,
Yeah.
there are two main things that I talk about.
Yeah.
Tech and football.
You need to have that kind of space.
That's it.
You need to be known for something
Right.
and maintain that.
Yeah. I think
Protect that.
protect it.
You
So-
get a heartbreak. Hold it there.
Yeah, you need to have like some control
Yeah.
over things.
Yeah.
You know? So I talk about tech, startups, and maybe football a little bit.
That's it.
But I don't really try to go over other things, because
And then you're
I
talking
have
about
like
all these things, human rights. You're talking about the wars and
No.
right? No, don't.
I have my thoughts
Yeah,
and perceptions about other things,
Yeah.
but I will not talk about them on social media.
that's how it works.
I'll call you and we discuss about it, and that's it.
Do it offline.
Yeah, because I feel like the world is like very different, and
Yeah.
it's like that we have different opinions and different
Yeah.
thoughts. But
And
if
you
we can
can't win
find
everybody.
no, you can't. And people say, "Oh, this is not. It's just like social media. It's not me." I'm like, no. What you put out is a perception of what you think.
For perception of who you are.
It's who you are.
Yeah.
Right. So true culture fit.
Yeah,
And
so
now
what happened?
The story that I wanted to tell you now.
Yeah.
I started doing Take Malawi, and then I'm starting to get people talking to me about hiring for them. So I got this job. No, it's not a job, it's a gig. I think this Indian company comes to me and says, oh, we're looking for developers, and we're doing social media searches, and we found you like one of the tech people in Malawi.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
So we are looking to hire developers. So
Yeah.
if we hire one successful developer, you get $150. So I say,
Okay.
cool, I can help you do that. But I negotiated. I said, no, it doesn't have to be only when there's a successful developer, because I have to vet these people and give to you the people that you need.
Yeah.
So I need to get at least something. So we discussed and we agreed. I started sending a bunch of people to them to interview. And to my disappointment, some of my fellow Malawian developers, they don't show up for the interview. And I called the guy. I was like, yo, where are you? I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm having a headache. And if there's one thing people who know me, they will tell you about is I emphasize on communication. It doesn't matter if it's bad or good.
Yeah.
You need to communicate.
Yeah.
Like it's so important
Yeah.
for people to communicate.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, dude, it doesn't take as much effort. Guys, I'm sorry I'm not gonna make it to the interview. I'm
Yeah.
feeling sick. I need to be fully ready.
Yeah.
I cannot do it today. And then the guy started calling me from India. It's like, yo, your guy didn't show up for the interview. And then I follow up with like, so cultural fit, those are things that are red flags. But
Yeah, it's true, man. There's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
True.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the comms thing is a big issue,
Yeah.
specifically in the African continent. It's like people who understand.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, fine. What happened is like, and I was planning to tell you.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, I was planning to tell you about this, like, but he didn't tell me.
And I was here waiting for you. I could have done something.
Yes. It's not
Crazy. So for this one, the culture fit, did you pass the culture fit?
Yeah, I did. So I passed the cultural fit. And actually, it was very crazy because on the day he says, I'm gonna get back to you, within like 5 to 7 business days. I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's just because I'd been through so many.
Bunch of those. So you know.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait. And then the same day at 4 p.m. it's like, okay, Joe, he just emails me. I still have the emails. Like, he just emails me like, you know what? We don't have to do any other thing. We like you and we want you to join.
Wow.
I was like, okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. It's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna do it. So what do you need me to do? It's like, we're gonna send you a contract and you're also gonna have like some stock options in the company.
Wow.
So I said, okay, great, let's do it. And I can reveal today the pay
How much was that, Nana?
was for the $4,000 and I was in Malawi.
A year that time, right? So you were talking about that was I love calculating money. For whatever reason. I don't even know, man, but yeah.
It was 4K.
For the 4K
I don't know, it was $4,000 per month.
per month.
So probably,
Yeah.
it was not a lot.
No, it is still a lot. $4,000 even now, how many people are getting 4,000, man? That's like 48,000.
Yeah, it was good money.
And you have like stock options there.
Yeah, I had stock options in the company.
Yeah.
So
And you're remote.
I was in Malawi.
Crazy. That's a lot of money, man.
Yeah. So we just got married. So I was like, okay.
Hey, it's like, yes, is
So we're
it?
just living life.
Yeah.
It was going good,
Yeah.
and I learned a lot from the company.
Yeah.
I think it was the first time that I worked into like the blockchain technology. So I go there, start learning a few things, and I fly to Germany.
Or you're supposed to go. Or
No,
it's still
I was
remote, but
still
you're
remote.
supposed to do like hybrid kind of stuff.
So they only had like one retreat.
Okay.
So I was like, everybody else had to go like meet the team because like the team was like remote first. So I go there, I meet people, I come back, and yeah, everything else is going good. Unfortunately, we couldn't raise more money in the company. So they started like
Downsizing.
but I was not one of the people that were affected. But I think there's something about me that just tells me when to leave.
It's time to go. Yeah.
So I started applying to other companies. And then I applied to commercetools.
Yeah.
And when I applied to commercetools, I remember I got the interview. I think I did like 3 rounds of interviews.
Yeah.
The first one was with like the head of engineering. She tells me about the role, the company, and then I meet on a technical session, 1 hour,
Yeah.
technical session with the principal engineer.
Yeah.
And we start doing like live stuff
Yeah.
again, because people don't understand how difficult it is to compete into the world stage when it comes to software engineering.
And that's true.
Because
That's
it's not like, oh, I like you, and then you like your resume is
No,
good.
no.
You have to prove yourself.
No. And it's true. Before you finish the story, because I don't want to forget this thought, is you need to be good that you can demonstrate that you got.
Exactly.
I don't know how people miss this one. But it's not like, yeah, I can do it.
No.
I've interviewed people and I'm like, okay, yes, I like what you do. Okay, fine. Can you do something here?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
I know my PC has done this. Hey, I'm supposed to go here.
I've seen it.
Look, no, it doesn't work like that.
I've seen it.
You need to be good to the level that
You can.
when you
show it.
are told, okay, fine. If you are in the, let's say, administration or you are into the project area, if they say, okay, can you create a strategy for this?
Yes.
Be able to say, okay, fine, give me some 20 minutes. You think through and you're able to present
Yes.
right away.
Yes.
And in most roles, specifically if you're doing international roles, they want to see that
Yeah.
upfront. They can't just hire you
No,
because
no.
you have said that you have worked X way. They don't care.
No, it doesn't matter.
They don't care you have worked at Mate or whatever. They'll say, okay, do our interview here
Yes.
and do our tests.
Yes.
And you have to demonstrate within the same hour. And you do the work within the hour. And then most of the times I've seen, you need to do more.
Yeah.
Specifically, if you're coming from this part of the world, you just have to do more.
Yeah, so for it's I think in all the companies that I've worked for,
Yeah.
I've had to do like live technical
You
sessions.
just have to, man.
Yeah. So and I see that it's kind of shifting right now, or people like give you take home assessments.
I've seen take home. Yes, I've done live as well. Take home. Now it's more take home.
Yeah.
Do this to prepare, come
Yeah.
back. Just tell us what, if you have used AI, tell us
Yeah.
how you did it and stuff
Yeah.
like this, so that at least at the end of the day, they see how you're able to leverage AI and whatever.
Yeah, I was able to do it like a live technical session for 1 hour.
Yeah.
And then after that, I get into like the 1 hour main call with like the engineering manager.
Yeah.
And at the time, I'm still working for scaling funds.
Yeah.
But I'm still hiring here. So then they hire me. They give me like a contract.
Wow.
And then scaling funds is like,
Okay, are you revealing this amount this side this time around? For the motivation purposes of our views in Africa.
oh my
How
God.
much are we talking about? Entry.
No, this is like a senior engineer.
Yeah, senior engineer. How much were you getting as a senior engineer?
I'm going to review.
You just have to.
Oh my God. You're
just-
putting me on the
No,
spot, bro.
It's very important. Why is it important? It's because I see that technical people, specifically in Malawi, they feel that they're not useful enough.
Yeah.
They feel like there's nothing out there that can be rewarding.
Yeah.
And whenever they hear about these figures, specifically from someone that is there, because
Yeah.
recently I was checking on TikTok, and this other guy was talking about how he's moved from Fang, his Facebook,
Yeah.
these companies, and he's talking about how his salary has grown over time. So he started with 40,000, I think, that time.
Yeah.
At the time, I think he was around, the time he was reporting, it was around 400 everything. So stock options and the rest of
Yeah.
all things. He was around 400,000 a year. I was like, okay, fine. I hear you, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Blessed. You blessed, man. It's like, but anyway, talk to us.
I think I can just give a range instead of like.
Yeah, give me a range. Give me a range.
So it's between 95
Yeah.
to 110,000 euros.
That's crazy.
So that's not dollars, but it's euros.
That's euros. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
Between those.
Okay, so
Oh my God! Don't
I
calculate.
love maths. So I'll just do 95 for the sake of it, so that we don't review the actual one.
Yes.
Because if you're 95 divided by 12, means you're getting like 7.9. Pretty much you're getting $8,000 somewhere.
Euros.
Euros.
Yeah.
Eish, that's crazy, man.
It is what it is, man. It takes time to be where I am
Yeah,
here.
it takes time to be where you are. So we just have to. Anyway, man, let's jump into the Vwaza Media, because
Yeah.
I know for people that are checking this, they have known your story and how you moved. One thing that I will talk about maybe in the end is about resilience,
Yes.
which you had shown by making sure that you work
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah.
You suffer for this.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you paid the price for it.
Oh yes.
Yep.
There's some sacrifice that I put in it.
Sacrifices you did, man. Vwaza Media. How did you decide to build like an African music streaming platform? I don't know, man. Because I've known you to be building in different spaces.
Yeah.
The time I saw you building Vwaza, I was like,
What is this guy doing?
yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the whole idea of Vwaza and all that.
Yeah. So the idea for Vwaza came in 2020. I'm still in San Francisco at the time, and I'm having difficulties building Elior Health.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I look at the space, I see that Stripe has just acquired, or at least they've bought like some part of like an a fintech company in Africa. I think it was,
Flutterwave?
Flutterwave.
Flutter?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think Flutterwave or something like that. So they have just bought that. So I'm like, scaling a digital healthcare company is very difficult. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to build like a music app, because I know Spotify one of these days
They will need
is
to
going to come
advise.
to Africa. So by the time that they're coming to Africa
Yeah.
to build something,
Yeah.
I'm going to already be there. And then I'm going to use that leverage. Say, okay, you guys can just acquire this, and like, because people already know about Vwaza and all of that. So what do? Like you buy the company from me, and then I get the money. I continue building Elior Health. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So I had to do like an idea validation, and I was calling it Malawi Heat. Well, I'm very active on Twitter.
So
So
was it you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You own the Malawi Heat, or you use the Malawi Heat?
No. I just like thought about naming it Malawi Heat.
Yeah.
So I go on Twitter and I go on Figma. I design like some bunch of like screens, and then I say, "Hey guys, what do you think about this?" And at the time, we didn't have like any. Spotify was not really in Africa yet.
Yeah.
People were like, "Yes, this can work," but the main idea was for people to monetize the content, and the business model had always been different. Because for Spotify, it's like stream based.
Yeah.
For me, it was like I want people to sell their music online because even at the time, I think Physics had released his album, and it was like the way it was selling it was like, send me the money to my Airtel money.
I'll send you
I'll send the zip folder to your WhatsApp.
For the
But to me, I looked at it as like that's a very problematic approach because one, the artist doesn't have control over their art, because you're my friend.
Yeah.
I buy the album.
Yeah.
I can say, hey, dude, this is Physics album, and I send to you. Like
That's the thing.
that means like the artist only made 5,000. You have your friends, you're gonna share with them. So I'm like, okay, we need to have this solution which can protect the content, but also help like people to sell and make money out of it. So that's how I came up with the idea, and I named a company called Vwaza initially because I wanted a name that resonates with Malawi
yeah.
and also close to the Voaza Marsh. For people who don't know, that's where the name comes from, and it's a place close to my mom's village in Rumpi.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna name this company Voaza because it's close to Voaza Marsh, and also it's a name after close to my mom's place, and that's how I got to start building Voaza. And initially, the idea that we were building was just a music, streaming platform.
Yeah.
But I still have like a grand vision about it, in which I can talk about it later.
Yeah.
But that's how I start building it. In 2020, 6 months in, I get my graphic designers, 2 of them, to design the logo, Andrew and McLeod. They design the logo, they start drafting whatever, and then I build the platform by myself without anybody. I put it online, and the day that I was supposed to launch, I think it was like 2 or 3 days before, Spotify announces that they are in Africa.
Whoa.
You can imagine the disappointment. I was crushed.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do I do? It's either I back down now or I still go ahead.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, okay, the idea was like, I'm going to sell this to Spotify, but Spotify doesn't want, I think obviously they're already in Africa.
Yeah,
they're
in
scaling.
Africa, they don't need,
But-
unless something happens.
But here is the catch that a lot of people don't understand, and I think I want people to know, is that products that are coming and that scale that we are building in the US, that are being scaled to Africa, they're not built for the African market.
Yes. Very important.
Products that are built in the US, they are built because when you're building software, you don't build for the general masses.
No, you build it for a niche, right?
Yes, you build for a specific niche. And it just so happens that product can fit in other regions.
Regions, yeah.
That's why Spotify was able to scale to Africa. And then they are like, they reduced the prices, subsidizing the prices and all of that. For me, I was like, no, I'm still going to go ahead with it because I care about the African people and I understand who we are. So yeah, this is how I built Voaza. And here we are.
Cool, man. I want to talk about what you've done because I've been following how you have worked around building the team, for instance. I don't know if you came. I think you came to launch. You came for a launch? No,
I did not.
You didn't come for lunch, but there was more or less like a launch thing that happened. Yeah. Which we were invited to. And I think you're working with this guy, Sam.
Yeah.
Some good guy.
Yeah.
So he was talking to me about the Vwazas, like, see, working with Joel, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, this is a good thing. It's like, it's a good team.
Yeah.
There was a time I wanted to start working with Sam.
Yeah.
But Sam, that time, I think he wanted to move.
Yeah.
So that he should do school and whatever. Yeah, but I wanted to work with him on the Podcast Malawi brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but good guy. So the thing is, and you have Toko, who I've worked with at British Council a while ago.
Oh my God, yeah.
Great lady. You have Kim, who's who's more or less like the face. I see her a lot.
Yeah.
And also the activities, and I think a bunch of other guys that you've seen.
Yeah.
Great thing. Why do I like this? I like this because, one, I like the idea of building something with people around.
True.
Making sure that you provide a platform that will bring other people together.
Yeah.
You can lose money now, but you know the bigger picture.
Yes.
So tell me about building this platform now in terms of people, bring people together, and now people are talking about Vwaza and whatever.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
I think it's so initially when I launched,
Yeah.
I did not get like a very good reception in Malawi.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Okay.
So I did not get like a very good reception. Like Malawians didn't want the product.
Yeah.
They're like, nah, this can't work here.
Yeah.
And what I decided to do was to launch the platform in other areas. So if you really go back on our social media, you'll notice that we were gamifying it in a way that would say, oh, now Vwaza is available in Mozambique. But we're not really, the platform was already available everywhere. But we're just doing branding.
I know the branding thing.
Yeah.
Where you say, okay, now we're branching up to this. And
Yes.
you make it like a launch, right?
Yeah, so we did that. And then we had a lot of people who accepted this product in Zambia, Kenya, Nigeria, Mozambique, South Africa. This is where like Vwaza was predominantly active, and a lot of artists were signing up, but not in Malawi.
That's crazy.
So we penetrated the international market more easily.
Yeah.
Than we could
your
do.
own country.
Yes.
Whose name the brand bears.
I know, right? So, but and then we took it was crazy, but we managed to do it. And then I think there was when I was joining scaling funds and commercetools, and I think scaling funds mostly. I just kept the project that just like kind of hit pause at that point because I got married and then life just got in the way. I stopped, and then we thought about reviving it, but I was like, oh, this time around I'm not going to revive it but just by myself.
Very important.
I need to bring people into the forward, and I'm going to be very resilient this time around. I'm not just going to do go international.
Yeah.
I need to have a backbone. I need to, my dream, or at least the vision of the company is to own the Malawian space first. So the moment we're moving out there, we already know okay, Malawi, we own 90% or 50% or whatever. We have obviously our targets. So we need to bring in more people. So the first person that I brought in was 2 developers.
Okay.
There was a guy that I used to mentor back then. He's from Ghana. He's one of the front-end engineers. So I brought him in, and my pitch to all people was like, okay, you can come and I pay you money. Off you go. You just help me build this thing. Or actually, it was crazy because this is one thing I have to talk about Malawians.
Yeah.
As a people, let's not always think about for today.
Yeah. Think about the future.
Yeah. So because when I asked around, hey, guys, I need developers to come. And my pitch to them was okay, you can help me build this thing and we build together. Or you tell me how much you want.
And just pay you.
And I pay you, off you go. And I got people 10 million kwacha. And this was 2023.
Welcome to Malawi, my friend.
Oh, I need 20 million kwacha just to build this. We're going to build it front end. But to me, it was also like a test to see how people think.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe in freelancing at this stage of the company.
Yeah.
You need continuation. You need continuity, rather, I would say.
Yeah.
Because I wanted someone who can come in and help me build and understand the product so that they can grow with it.
Yeah.
So I brought in 2 developers, and then I brought in okay, we're going to launch the first time. So we're 4 people. We're going to launch, and then I brought in Brigitte that would be social media.
Yeah.
So 5 people now. 6. So 2 engineers, 1 social media, 2 graphics people.
Yeah.
So we launched it in 2023. Reception in Malawi still a little bit hazy. Now there's Spotify. Why should we trust you and all of that? But anyway, we kept going. And then I remember I had a conversation with Kim. I think she interviewed me when I think she was working at Kasupe Radio at the time about Vwaza. So I said, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, she interviewed
that's an
me.
Interesting story.
So I said, I remembered, I think that was last year in November or something like that. So I said, hey, remember Vwaza, right? It's yeah, I do. Okay, I'm looking for someone else who's an artist.
Yeah.
Who understands the problems that they are facing.
Yeah.
Who can come in and talk from an artist's perspective.
Yeah.
So what do you think? And then she was I like the idea. Let me know. I think I'm willing to work together with you. We can work together. So I said, okay, I'm going to get back to you. We need to launch again. And then I never got back to her. And then she's yo, I know people who want to release music and all of that. Can we talk about this? It's yeah, I'm going to get back to you.
Yeah.
And then we kind of worked out everything else. And then she joined in January. And then we we were like kind of like overwhelmed with like the reception and people like starting to pick up, understanding what we're doing. And then this I got to bring in Toko, like our social media person, and Vanessa. We wanted to hire one person, but all of them impressed me. So I was like, okay,
what am I gonna do?
I went to the CEO about me. I went to my wife. I was like, yo, I wanted one person for social media, but there are two who are really great. They have two different roles. There's Vanessa, who is so good with videos and Instagram and all of that. And then I have Toko, who is like very good with media and also PR. So what do we do? Can I have the budget for two people to pay them? Obviously, I'm paying them out of my pocket.
But it's still like a level of accountability.
It's good. I said, okay, I'm going to hire both of you. So we hired both of them. We hired another motion designer to help us with. So, and I think in this quarter, we're going to be hiring maybe 2 other engineers and 1 more person marketing. But this is how I got it. I just like my team because we have different roles, and I'm the kind of leader who want to see people excel in their own, lane, and provide as much feedback as I can. So it's going great.
Cool. Yeah. You wanted to sell Vwaza to
Spotify.
Now, Vwaza is taking up, but I can tell you from where I'm sitting because I see it in different spaces, and I think it's a brand that is picking up.
Yeah.
And with all these challenges that people have, people are now realizing that you can go for a local platform. And with these local platforms, the best thing that you get is one, you get a better deal. And if you go to bigger platforms like Spotify, who will not listen to you? They'll listen to, if Beyonce calls them, they'll be like, yes, what should I do? It's like, no, I need this to happen. They'll change. But no artist from Malawi can dictate what Spotify has to do. But they can call you.
Yes.
And there's an opportunity for you to add features based on their recommendations, which is good. But I want you to tell me about how big this dream is.
So it's multimedia for a reason.
Yeah, I've always wondered that.
Yes.
I'm like, multimedia, the word multimedia phased out in the game. I was like, what are you thinking, naming something and then multimedia at the very end?
Right.
What's the idea?
So we are, I would say, like in phase 1.5 at this point.
Good.
And I think there are like 5 phases to this thing. So the first phase is I think with the recent launch, people can actually start to see the idea where we're going. I think people haven't really picked up yet because we just did this launch 2 weeks ago. But the idea is we want to own the music space, one. And next year in Q1, we're going to be multi-content platform. Okay. So next year, we're going to be introducing Voaza TV, which is our way of like saying people can also buy and watch movies. I think the story of how Fatani had issues putting their movie on Netflix and all of these things. Yes, the
challenges they had, So content creators don't have that kind of platform which they can use locally.
So we want to introduce Voaza TV next year, which is already in development right now, so that people can, with the same account, they can log into Voaza and stream music, buy music and stream it. They can go to voaza.tv, they can watch TV, African, and the bigger idea is to export this talent to the first world country because there is a lot of people who are looking to listen and watch African content.
New material from the content,
Right? So that's the idea. And that's going to be like phase 2, and then we just include podcast. So this was the podcast in the work. It's a feature that we can turn on and off right now, but we're focusing on music. So there's Voaza podcast, Voaza music, Voaza TV, and Voaza books.
Books?
Yes. We want to be like the Amazon of Africa because we want to do like publishing of books on a platform. So people can buy and read books or listen to books, just kind of like Amazon Kindle.
Yeah, the Kindle one,
Right? So we're going to get there. And the biggest, and I think not the final one, but at least one of the bigger things is we want to venture into live sports. So there's going to be like Voaza live sports.
You're moving out of the music thing.
No. Just moving out.
Okay, branching off.
Yeah, so we're going to have like all these products together as under one umbrella, Vwaza Multimedia. So we're going to have a music product, the TV product, the Vwaza podcast, Vwaza books, and Vwaza sports. Because how do you watch Malawian football or Malawian sports right now?
It's a challenge, man.
right?
I'll be honest with you. I've always wanted to, but the last time I went to the stadium, it was bad. The experience was bad. That I didn't like that kind of feeling of being in that kind of crowded space. I was like, fine, I'm just gonna watch at home.
Yeah.
But how can I watch at home when every time, yes, it's a few TVs fighting for ownership over the space, and then you can hardly see. I've seen a few apps that are coming up, but when you log in, some have crashed. Yeah. So it's a bit of a challenge to actually follow the Premier League in Malawi.
Yeah. So that's where we want to go, but I think it's a very big challenge because it's not. I think for me, when I look at it technically, it's a simple thing to solve, right?
It has administrative issues,
but it is like the people issues now that you have to deal with.
It's a big admin issue. Yeah. If you want to get into the space.
Yeah, but that's where we want to go. We want to go into like live sports, and not only in Malawi, because as you can see,
you're thinking
it's an African product. So we want to go. People should just go to Vwaza Sports and watch leagues from different countries in Africa. They can watch in Zambia.
That's good, man. That's good. And that, for me, I'll tell you, yes, you're doing the music, which is good. You're doing this, but that sport product for Africa can win.
Yeah, it will.
That one.
Yes, I know.
That one is crazy. I'm telling you. And you just one subscription and you have access to football across Africa. Imagine if you get those kind of deals. No, you can win. Yeah,
it just needs a lot of like investment because obviously we need to bring our own gear for filming.
Yes. There's that part, but there's of course you just buying rights from different places. Yeah, and making sure that you can negotiate the deals.
Yes.
So yeah.
But this is the vision for us.
That's big, I said. That's
multimedia.
Big. Yeah. That's big. No, I didn't know. That's big, but that's big.
Yeah.
Wow, Voaza. You had Lawi album exclusive on Vwaza. How exciting was it?
Very exciting. People don't realize this, but we started speaking to Lawi last year. It's more like a B2B deal, which doesn't close in like 1 day or 2 weeks. So we started.
I know Lawi is a business guy, so yeah, I know that one was like, yeah.
Yeah, but very great guy, by the way. I think we started speaking last year, I think somewhere around October or something like that. And we worked on the details, and we're still speaking to other people, but with Lawi was really good. And I think we aligned on the vision where he understands what we're trying to do in the solution that we are trying to provide. Yeah. And it was nice. And having the album on our platform was a very big thing for us. And it is a very big thing for us. It kind of like gave product market fit.
Yeah, it does.
Right? Because people now can see, Lawi's album is on the platform.
It's about exclusivity.
Yes.
Right? It's like, okay, we're going to push it here for now.
Yeah.
And for me, that's a big thing. Imagine if all Malawian artists to honor that, right? Imagine if you get Patience, you get...
Yes.
I don't know if Ty is doing albums anymore, but if you get these Patience, Faith...
Yeah.
The artists specifically who have like that African appeal.
Yes.
Right. What that would do, because it gives validation in different markets, and artists in those markets will also say, okay, fine, let's try this platform.
Yeah.
And we were speaking that with Vwaza, you're able to dictate your price. Like, how do you do it?
So we have a product.
Sell me Vwaza, because I can bring you an artist.
Okay, that's good. So it's so simple.
Yeah.
We have different products right now.
Yeah.
The first one is Vwaza Music, and then we have Vwaza Studio. The Vwaza Studio product is for creators.
Yeah.
So initially we only had like listeners, two accounts.
Yeah.
Listeners and artists. But we recently rebranded them to creator and fan, because we know that a creator can be an artist, can be like a video producer, a podcaster, whatever.
Yeah.
So when you sign up with us on Vwaza, right, on accounts.vwaza.com, you choose whether you want to be like an artist, which is like creator, or a fan. If you create an account as a creator, what it means is that you have access to our studio product. The studio product is where you can upload the content. So the moment you're uploading the content, you have two options. Let's say you have an album. You say, okay, I want this album to be sold or for free.
Yeah.
If you want to sell the album, you're going to say, I want to sell this album for $5. Or I want to sell it for $10. So you decide. Prices are always in dollars, but the good thing is every person who's going to be buying the album, they buy that in their local currency.
Okay.
Right? So Yeah.
Interesting.
So in Malawi, that means when you're signing up as a fan or as a listener, we ask you what is your preferred currency. So you say, oh, I want to pay. This is price that dictates what kind of currency you're gonna see.
Yeah.
So if you say I want to pay in Malawian kwacha, great. So you as an artist on the creator dashboard, you say I want to sell this album for $1, and we always have like these prices that we show you, right? The exchange rates. So for example, $1 we add like at least I think 100 kwacha on top, just to be on the safe side. So you say $1, good, and then if I'm in Malawi, I'm gonna see that as 1,800 kwacha. If you're in Zambia, you're gonna see a different price.
Different price.
So that's how you set the price. But you have the option as a creator to say, I want to sell my album. I want to put it out for free. If you want to sell it, we say, okay, go ahead.
If you want to put it for free, how you make money for it?
You're not gonna make money out of it.
I mean, for you,
for us,
as a platform, how
we
much
don't.
are people paying?
We don't. It's free.
It's free for now.
Completely free.
So why are people stressing now?
I don't understand.
People are using. Are you doing distribution as well?
No, we're not distributing to any other thing.
Because I think most of the people they are thinking about distribution.
No, we're not doing distribution anywhere. We are our own.
You are the platform that people can come to consume.
Exactly. So we're offering both creator tools and consumers, which are fans, right? So on the creator side, you can get started for free completely.
This is good, man.
You don't have to pay anything for us, but we are bearing all the costs, obviously.
For now.
Right. The only thing is we are looking at another angle where we're going to monetize it, I think, for people who are investors who are looking to
because I was like, okay, fine. What are we talking about here?
We get 20% out of each sale.
Okay.
Right? For the content that is for sale.
No, 20 is fine.
Yeah.
20 is fine.
It's good. But we have other monetization tools, which are, we're calling it Vwaza Studio Plus. Right? So Vwaza Studio Plus is like where creators can pay extra for other features.
For other features, yeah.
So the other features include, geographical content delivery.
Yeah.
Which means if you're an artist, you don't want your music to be available somewhere else, you can control that. We are introducing sync licensing. We are trying to partner with like movie producers in other countries, especially in the US, where your music can be used for movies there.
Movies, yes. That one is good, man.
Yeah, so your music automatically is going to get synced there. We have, what else? There's a lot of features. We have an EPK, electronic publishing kit, which you get out of the box when you subscribe to Vwaza Studio Plus. Yeah. Which is like people can just come to your page and then they understand whatever. We're also giving you a booking page. So if let's say you're McDonald, you sign up with McDonald as a creator and you go, it's like, okay, I'm on a free plan, everything else is going good, but I'm a big artist. I want people to book my show, book me for a show, and I want them to pay up front maybe 50%. Yeah. How do you do it? Well, come to Vwaza Studio Plus because you get obviously the booking page for you, which is with a cool landing page where people can come and pay. Oh yeah, that sounds cool. So there's a lot of features. Yeah, that's a feature that you need in a platform like this one. Yeah. So we are giving you all the creator tools, right, that you need as a creator, but for an extra fee, because not everybody else needs it. Yeah, that one is in yet? Or yeah, we are rolling it out, I think, next week. Because in Malawi kwacha. In Malawi kwacha. No, USD. Oh, in Malawi kwacha, it's going to be 20,000 kwacha per month. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's not bad. It depends with what you're getting. In USD? In USD, how much is that? We have to do conversion. I forgot. That thing, yeah. Fine. But that's good. Yeah, you get a lot of features, like really cool features, especially like if you're an artist who like going to like do like a lot of marketing about it, like sync licensing will be great. Yeah, it's a big thing because you don't get that automatically with most of these ones. You need to be intentional about how it goes to those spaces for you to get those kind of deals. Yeah, and one of the feature that a lot of people have been requesting for is digital rights management. Yeah, that one. It's coming? Yes. But it's like part of this because it's not free because we have to pay. You have to pay for it. Yeah, to a third party service. And it's so important because I think even at the start of the platform, we have a feature which we can identify songs that have been leaked on other platforms automatically. So if you say, you are McDonald and you don't want to put the music anywhere else, only on Vwaza. We can notify you if we find your music, let's say on another platform in Malawi or Zambia or whatever.
Yeah, that's good.
So we are keeping, because the whole idea is to also make sure that we can protect your content.
Yeah.
And I say, a little tangent here, I sort of like kids who are building platforms, music platforms.
Yeah.
They get a WordPress template, customize it, and then I see, oh, there's music from Patience Namadingo.
Everywhere.
I'm like, how did you manage to get the music from for this guy?
Yeah, like do you negotiate?
Yeah, because it's not easy to, first of all, like for us, we had to do a lot of like compliance with Apple to just get into the App Store. We need to have like a bunch of licenses. We talked to Makra, we talked to like Kosoma just to get the license so that we can prove to say we actually have the rights to distribute this music. You know,
No,
so
it's not easy. Yeah, people don't understand the level of compliance you have to get, specifically in a business.
Yeah,
If you have to be
if you want to scale,
yeah, you can't do it by just saying, okay, we're doing it. You scale by being legally sound.
yeah.
Come on. Anything else you want to talk about Vwaza, that I haven't asked?
Yeah.
Pan-African platform, amazing products. I like it.
Thanks.
Every time we talk about earning, I mean, because I believe in making sure that people earn.
Yeah.
Africa will rise not by just saying stuff,
Yeah.
or by just pushing aid.
Yeah.
Will rise by making sure
I
that
hate it.
people are earning.
Yes.
You need to give people the tools to earn.
Yeah.
Everyone else who's doing that is my friend. I believe in empowering people to earn.
Yes.
So this is a big thing. But anyway, anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, I think for us, for people who don't know what we're trying to do at Vwaza, or at least want to understand, our whole idea is that we understand the issues that people are facing, especially as creators in Malawi and Africa.
Yeah.
Because initially I thought the problem was only Malawian, but it's also
It's an African one.
It's an African problem.
Yeah, it's big.
right.
So I'm saying, even for the soccer, that's why I've told you that if you need a validation, I'm giving it to you. That part,
Yes.
that part is the one that can take you back to Africa. So okay, fine, I'm gonna come back.
Oh yeah, I plan. So I plan to come back and we're trying to raise $1 million as a pre-seed, so that I can fully focus on building this thing. But yeah, I think we want to empower Africans.
Yeah.
Right. We have to empower ourselves. I stopped believing in the idea that someone else is going to come and solve this problem for us.
No.
And also, I think there's a classic example of if you go into the US, no matter how big or good a Chinese branded phone is, it's so difficult to sell in the US.
Yep.
It's so hard to sell in the US.
Yeah.
Why? Because people, they understand their own market.
Yeah.
It's the same thing in Malawi. I think someone else coming from somewhere, I'm not saying like they cannot come and solve our problems. They can. But it also happens, I would relate more to someone else who have grown up with understanding the problem, right? Because for me, I understand the challenge that we have as creators. How do you put out a movie, right?
You know, the challenges you're talking about, they are contextual.
Yes.
Yes,
very
I've
important.
spoken here several times with different people about the importance of contextualizing
True.
our products to make sure that we use different products. That's why China has WeChat, and they know how to do their thing in that country.
Yes.
And other countries have different platforms. You know, in Russia, they also have their different products.
Yes.
They're on Facebook kind of platform and so forth. I always wonder when we're trying to build a product that has a replica of others, people are like, we can't use it. We use international one.
I hate that too.
And I tell people that it's not yours.
No.
What we are building is yours.
Yes. True. Context really matters.
Yeah, it's not yours. You can't say Spotify is just no.
No. It works.
No, it works, yes.
It works.
But it's not yours.
No.
You have to be part of this.
Yeah.
Because this is yours. This is it understands your context. As I've said, no artist here can pick up their phone and call Spotify. But artists here can pick up a call and call Kim right now. Say, Kim, my product on your platform is doing XYZ. Can you please look at it?
Yeah.
They have that opportunity. Of course, when you scale, it's going to be difficult, but at least it will understand the context better.
Yeah. I always, it's like, I've had conversations. So my initial question to artists or anyone who's gonna watch this as an artist is, how do you make money?
Yeah. Which they will just tell you that I put out music, it gets leaked in all these platforms, you don't get paid. And then at the end of the day, what do you do? Of course, some of them, they have them on Spotify.
Yes.
But how many people will consume your product on
Yes.
Spotify?
It's like,
And you get actual money that is visible.
yeah. How do you make money as an artist, as a creator?
Yeah.
Right? And so many people don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Because making music is an investment.
It's expensive.
It's expensive. It's
Music
an
videos
investment.
like 5 million right now.
Yes, it's
just to do a
expensive.
music video, and then you see gigs that they're getting. They're being asked, okay, I'm gonna give you 1 million or 1.5 for performance, and that performance is gonna cost them a lot because they have to buy outfit, they have to travel there.
Yes.
It's like they come
I
back
think
with 200,000 kwacha,
I want
and
creators.
it's a big artist.
If you're an artist or you're a creator, I want you to stop thinking about how many views you're gonna get on YouTube, how many thousands of streams you're gonna get. Start thinking about business-wise
How
of your
much
art.
how much money I'm gonna make out
Exactly.
of this song?
Yes.
Because I've heard in different places, specifically in the US, it's like, okay, fine, this song is big and it has made X amount.
Exactly. It
We
was
don't have that kind of
It
narrative.
was sold thousands of copies.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, yes, there's like that, like pride of like, oh, my song has like 100,000 views on YouTube.
And people
it's
fight.
great.
People fight over these million views, which have nothing because of
What is
you
the
know,
value?
The creator partnership on YouTube in Malawi.
No.
And then all those millions, if they're Malawians, is Zello.
Exactly. And also on top of that is you should understand that having 1,000 streams in Malawi on Spotify is not exactly the same as having 1,000 streams in the US.
Yes.
Completely different.
Completely different.
So people should think about in those lines like, okay, how do I make money? And some people, like when I have conversations with them, like I'm selling them the idea, artists are like, okay, why should I put my music on Vwaza? Right, okay. You're going to obviously have like support from us. We are willing to partner with you to make sure that your art can get heard because we want to export the talent, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's like you don't lose anything. You have to pay to DistroKid and all of these other
Because you
put
have
your
to
music.
pay. Yeah.
You have to pay.
You
You don't have to pay us. So what are you losing?
What are you losing?
You're not losing anything.
Because
really.
I think people just love the idea of having music everywhere.
Yes.
Which is weird because it's everywhere for who?
I don't know. But if you put the music and
Because there are some artists that I've heard who you wouldn't know because they are in that kind of niche area.
yeah.
But they are so rich. So
True.
what is your end goal? Is it just to be popular or to earn something? Yeah.
True.
Tell
And
your
then-
marketing people to use that one. It's like you don't have to be popular, you have to be rich.
Exactly. And I think I'm on this platform, musicinafrica.net,
Yeah.
which is like very big. One of the things I've noticed is, I think one other thing that a case study that people have to look at is find jazz artists. You find that most of them are not very popular,
Not
but they are
popular?
rich.
They are not even given awards like
No.
best artist of the year
No.
or whatever. They are not known.
But they are making money.
rich.
They are making money.
And that's the problem that I've heard in Malawi specifically and branching out in different countries. You see the pride of just being known
Yes.
and forgetting that, guys, the end goal is let's make the money.
Let's make money.
Let's make
So-
money. But they don't. And they're losing a lot of money. Most artists are poor because of what?
Oh, bro, trust me.
They just waste money.
I've had interactions with a lot, and we've had instances where someone else sells like $10 on our platform, and they're like, "Hey, can I get that?" You know,
Right away, it's like, hey,
can I get that money right
I need
now?
money, yes.
right? And it's, to me, I look at it, I'm like, okay, this is this thing that we have to solve because artists have to be fully independent.
Yeah.
They have to make money out of their art.
I'm telling you,
It's
bro.
not just about 1 million views.
Yeah.
Okay. What is that going to give? What is the value after that?
That's the thing, man.
I would rather sell 20 copies of my album on
Yeah.
Vwaza and make, if I'm selling for $10, make $200
That's
than
it.
have like 1 million views on YouTube that doesn't give
And
me anything.
you make $20.
You make But yeah,
That's the question. It's a mindset issue, and
Yeah.
you're gonna work it out with your marketing team. I
will.
I have trust in Toko.
Yeah.
I used to work with her at some point,
She
and
will.
Brigitte as well.
Oh yes.
I've worked with these two ladies, so it's always amazing to see how
Yeah.
it all comes full circle. Let me see what we can do with the rest, because I have a list of other things that are very important
Yeah.
to
Let's talk
us.
about-
I've let you've sold your product.
Of course.
You've sold it.
Let's sell your product.
You've sold it. And one thing that is important is like, okay, if you can raise 1 million, you can come back.
I think there are a couple of things. There's family involved.
Yeah, of course.
So there are things that I have to sort out in Germany, but I would definitely be here.
But 1 million as a runway can give you something in Africa, because all you have to do with entertainment is you have to do a lot in terms of publicity, endorsements with big artists and stuff like that. Once you can lock
content acquisition.
yes, content acquisition as well. If you can lock that, I would say you need 5.
Yeah.
I think you need 5 million.
We need 5 million.
And
But
maybe even 10 if you are to, because the Western Africa, is it Eastern or Western Africa? I don't know. Where's countries like Nigeria,
West.
yeah, West, right? That part of the world, if you can conquer that part of the world, you're done.
Yes. But it's you see, that's another issue whereby when we did the research, it's only like 1% or 1 to 10% of like music that we hear is like West African.
Yeah.
Right? But there is like Africa is rich with music and video. Think about it, like if we were to do like a movie of
Yeah.
John Chilembe today,
Yeah.
high quality production,
Yeah.
people would buy to watch that.
Yeah, people buy to watch that.
Right?
I
So we
would.
want to expose that as well. So $1 million is going to give us at least 18 months of runway. And this is pre-seed. And then we're going to get into seed funding, which would be like $5 to $10 million. But yeah, we want to start with $1 million so we can set up our offices.
Yes.
Want to go to Zambia and South Africa and Zimbabwe.
That's the thing,
as-
because with you need that kind of structure space.
Yes.
Artists will want to come through, ask a bunch of questions, X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
So if you can have 54 countries or even just regional offices,
Yeah.
and make it easy for people to circle. Fine, I can fly to this country and be able to connect with your team.
Yeah.
Amazing, man. Why am I talking about these numbers? And it's important to change people's mind.
Yes.
Because all they think is a platform that can make $5,000. It's like, yeah, what
No,
it's like,
no,
come
no.
on, guys.
We need to make,
We need to make serious money.
yeah, seriously.
And investment has to come to this continent. Okay, fine. In your writing, you described this as Malawi's cloud-based moment. What did you mean?
So I referenced the story from Silicon Valley where there's like an inflection point where, because I'm connected to so many like developers and tech people in the country, and I see where we are going, I think for me it is this moment where we need to do.
It is the moment.
This is the moment. I think also because I've been in this space for more than 10 years.
Yeah.
And I know, right, like there's so many things that are being unlocked.
Wish there was a time
Oh my God.
just to get a payment gateway. Remember?
Bro, we tried. I think Bright talked about we
Yeah,
tried.
so
So,
yeah.
but you can see there's a payment gateway. Shout out to Nohada. I think
Yeah.
there's a payment gateway that
Yeah.
is helping a lot. And then you can tell, like, you don't need a lot of like compliance for now to get started.
There's a lot of leeway, right?
Right. There's a lot.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of like getting started and building. And I think it's also important, like you can apply to different like programs that you can get money in, right? Because there's a lot of funding that is available,
Yeah.
but it's kind of like locked in,
Yeah.
but it's a matter of like going there. But you don't just go, you need to build something. I think now is the moment.
Now is the moment.
Now
is cloud-based moment.
This is the moment, I say. This is the moment where people have to build, right? Because our population is young.
Yes.
It's going to be difficult. Like there's going to be like resistance. I think a most classical recent example is like Nohara with Paychango.
The way people even attacked him
Yes.
when we were starting, right?
Yeah.
And it was crazy. For me, I understood the product.
Exactly.
But for people, everyone is like, so this is going to be like, the money. And people are
yeah,
oh my
the lack of
God.
understanding, right?
Like,
That's the
yeah.
thing. It's the same thing like we are facing at this point. It's like,
Yeah.
why? People, if you go and like,
Why should they?
why did you put this album on like on Vwaza? Put it on Spotify. Put it somewhere, right? But that phase, if you're like an innovator, that phase goes away.
Yeah. You
Right,
need
because-
to move.
Yes, that phase is gonna go away. People are gonna start understanding what the product is and what you're trying to sell. And you just have to go through that, and then you are on the other side. So
Yes.
now is the time where people should build and put out their products.
One thing that is very important, which I want to emphasize, is you can win in Malawi and be comfortable.
Yes.
If digitalization goes nicely, last week I was talking to Bram about the need for us to have gadgets awareness, so that digitalization, many people are onboarded into the digital thing.
Yes.
Say we have 10 million people that have access to the internet and they are properly informed on how to use these platforms. If my platform gets 2 million or gets 1 million and this is recurring revenue, I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't need to go
out
to seek a different. That's what other markets they have mastered.
Yes.
Do you know there are so many products in the Asian market?
Oh, a lot.
That are not even part of the US market. They're not even in Africa.
They don't even care about
But those founders are cashing in.
Yes.
Everything is working.
Yes.
They have solved the problems and things are working. And it works in their spaces.
In their like regions. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's important. I think it's the same thing that
So
we
this
need.
is the moment.
This is the moment. It is the moment right now to build. And one thing is, I was looking for an HR platform that would help me to connect to banks.
Yeah.
So that I can pay my people.
We're building that. Just FYI.
Okay. I told someone else.
We're building that.
I could build it myself. But I don't have the time.
We're building that.
But if someone else comes to me and it solves my problem, I'm going to pay for it.
So we're building that as part of Her Africa.
That's good.
So you've seen me talking about Africa. The reason for me, what presses me is because I do a lot of gigs online.
Yeah.
And I work international right now. So it has helped me to understand the problem of not being connected.
Yes.
And what that does. I've seen people losing opportunities because all they have is like a Malawian account.
Yeah.
And when money comes in, they can't even use that money to purchase something outside because they're dealing with so many problems that are local, right?
Yeah.
And we start building Her Africans. There's a lot that's coming out, but I'm going to talk to you about that later on because, but we're building it.
That's good.
So if you are
I can be like your beta, whatever.
Beta test, you can test. If you are hiring, let's say in Africa, and you want to pay people in their currency and whatever, but you just want to make sure that you have one space and you put your team.
Yes.
And you can even we're also adding in the project management element, so you can also check whatever they're working. So you don't have to know people.
No. That's good.
Cool.
That's good.
Validation that there's need.
I need
I hope one of my developer there is checking that because I'm so keen on that one.
Nice.
We're pushing that quickly. Okay, what are I want to close in on Malawi, so we have to go on Africa so we conclude this discussion. But what are the things that you think have to be done in Malawi if we were to fix things for digital transformation?
Digital transformation.
Yeah.
I think there is a lot of things because I think the problem is like multifaceted. But I think for me, we need to start empowering our own people. And by that, what I mean is I've always had an idea where the problem has to start from the grassroots.
Yeah.
So like secondary school, teaching people how like technical skills, right? Because the generation that we have right now is like is much online. Right, but you can see like by the traffic that we're going to sites that don't even care, that don't even matter. But it's a matter of like introducing programs that can give
that part.
Yes, that can give like these kids, and because some people don't. I mean, we are in tech, right? You don't need to. Some people who have failed to go like to university, they can have the opportunity where they can just learn something online.
Yeah.
So one idea would be Malawi government partnering up with, for example, let's say Airtel and TNM introducing like bundles or whatever that can help like these kids to go online on a portal that is like done by the Malawi e-government to introduce courses like learning things like coding, learning like product management and design, those things. But also helping our own people to get these jobs. And what I mean by that is look at the road traffic system. Look at, like MRA or whatever. I'm just giving, I don't know what is the state of that. But my idea has always been, can you go to University of Malawi, let's say Chancellor College? Can you go to Poly? Can you go to Nzuni? Can you go to Master and identify top crop people, talent, and bring them in to build like the immigration system.
Yes.
You don't have to do that right now. But what you can start with is bring people who, like you say, you contracted a company from India or whatever, Japan, they come, but you don't just let them do the system by themselves. You bring in people from these universities. Okay, you are going to be assigned to this project for the next 5 years. You're going to learn side by side with these people.
That becomes a good transition, man.
Right?
Yeah.
So you start working with, because I think our people also have to understand, the people making decisions, and I'm speaking to you directly. You have to understand that software or like tech doesn't end when the project gets delivered.
No, it doesn't work like that.
Right?
That's why they're paying fees.
Exactly.
This is recurring fees.
Support.
Yeah.
So the best idea is go into these universities, identify the talent, get them on the job when these people are building the software, train them. So you say, your job here is to help us build this thing, but you're not only going to build it, you want to train these people. By the time like 3 years or 4 years when these people are graduating from their universities, these people already know the system.
Yeah.
So you are not only investing in the people building, but you're also investing in the future.
Yeah.
Right? So let's involve more of our own people to have like these programs where I can just log in as a student, as a Malawian kid. Let's say I'm from Chinsapo. I only have like a mobile phone that has access to. Obviously, most people are on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I can just log in, and I'm in secondary school. I can log in and just go to this portal, like learn something.
True, man.
You know?
Because for me, people are always arguing, yes, everyone is on these betting platforms. Everyone is on there's X platforms. The reason is we have not made good content interesting, and we have not been deliberate to front load that into the eyes of the kids.
Yes.
So when you're saying, okay, fine, there are good things where? YouTube has everything.
Yes.
So you have to be deliberate. If you're saying, oh, you can say, yes, your algorithm. Yes. That's the orientation they have. They'll go on TikTok and they'll search the weirdest thing.
Exactly.
Well, there's so many important content that is in the same platform. Yeah. So there has to be.
Exactly. Deliberate policy has to be there. Let's build a platform where we're going to build our own content and teach these kids.
Yeah.
Because the government cannot employ everybody.
Yeah, it can.
But it can at least facilitate platforms where people can come and learn, and then they learn how to monetize that elsewhere. Yeah.
Amazing, man.
Yeah.
Joe, you have worked in Malawi, the US, UK, now Germany. How do you see the strength and the weaknesses of African tech talent compared to the global peers? Be honest, crush us. Crush these old developers that are here.
I think for me, this might cause a lot of like chaos.
Go for it.
But I feel like most of our talent in Malawi,
Africa as well, go there.
I think Africa is a little bit too broad because I've made Nigerians who are very good.
Let's start with Malawi.
So Malawians, I think most of us end at mid-level engineer. Because the problem is, I think it's not just about the technical aspect of it.
Yeah.
There's so many things. So most of us end up just being like mid-level engineers, and we become so comfortable. And also, it's also because of the environment. I'm lucky enough to have worked with people from different countries, right? But when you meet a lot of us, our fellows, they were like, oh, I know to do this. I know how to do that. Okay, can you do it? As we talked about.
Yes.
They cannot.
That's a part. Yeah. It's all about, yes, I can.
Right?
My CV has X.
Exactly.
I worked there. I was like, okay.
It's also because we are hiring people who are for example, software engineers, and we're putting them into places where they have to fix computers.
Yeah.
So we're not hiring people for their best roles or whatever. So I think the problem that we have is we tend to, I was speaking with Henry Thousand a long time ago. We talked about this issue of how do people move from just junior to mid-level and then to senior. It's like they always get stuck at this place because there's not innovation. There's not so much people who are innovating in these companies. It's you just bring them in and then they just do their job and that's it. So you get too comfortable. Well, when I'm out there, I meet people who are like, oh my God, I think I don't know anything.
That's a good thing. I
don't know anything because there's challenges each and every time that I'm working at my company. It's okay, there's a new thing, we have to learn it. So people are not learning enough, they're not growing enough in this, and then they become comfortable in their own space because okay, this thing works for Malawi. there's this saying where Malawi.
Malawi. And the people that are directors now, but they have forgotten code. They have never
I can tell you
visited anything.
I can tell you that even in 2017, before I left Malawi, I wrote so many programs for people who are like, some of them are big people. I cannot mention their names.
Yeah.
But I wrote their like final year projects.
Yeah.
Software
Yeah.
projects.
Yeah.
But they work in some of the big organizations.
Yeah.
They don't know how to code.
Yeah. But they have a technology tag.
Degree. And they have like master's degrees and whatever.
Yes.
And those are the people that are making decisions for
Crazy,
us.
man. So when they see a kid that is coming in the space so innovative,
Yeah, they're like, no.
I was like, no, we can't work with that. They have to find a way to do their thing. Okay, fine. Let's talk quickly on a bunch of stuff. That's good. But even with Africa, there's a thinking I have about the level of challenge and the ability to evolve.
Yeah.
Is a problem in this continent. There's a lot of people that are so comfortable. You've spoken about comfortability in that space, their positions, and this is what I do. But I think once you're in the global space, it's about learning every day.
Yeah.
Which is not an attribute that you get in most of the African spaces, because once you get in there, you get in the bank, for instance, you are there, check whatever. All you do is just to supervise consultants who are coming, writing the next 2 hours for the next consultant who's going to upgrade the system.
Yes, that's it.
That limits people's growth.
True.
And then it becomes a thing. So yeah, I think it's about evolving.
Yeah.
Once people are evolving, works.
Yeah.
Perfect. Many young people, specifically in Africa, feel they must leave to succeed.
Yeah.
Right? Now, that's where I come in. That's where Africa comes in.
Yeah.
For me, I've always had this big dream. One, the dream of same way. What we're building with Africa, we have two elements. We have the freelancer platform where freelancers can just sign up. You pay nothing. What you're going to pay is commission fees once you finish a project. So we connect a freelancer to someone who's looking for a task. And obviously, we know that Africa is a bit affordable because of the exchange rates and everything like that. And we have now the section, which is an enterprise section, where you can now have like your own team. So HR kind of level, projects, and a bunch of other tools that we have added in there that helps people that want to hire people in Africa for projects, like full projects, 5-year, 10-year kind of level, and be able to hire, fire, be able to check, do all the PMDs and everything in there. The way Quantum works to an extent, if you are familiar with Quantum and the Salesforce in some way. And people have always asked me a question. It's like, no, there are global platforms for that. So for freelancer ones, I'm saying, there's Fiverr for that. And I told them, it's like, Fiverr is not yours. And the moment you go on Fiverr and you're going to present yourself, they're going to prefer someone in this space than you. So even at sign-up level, you're going to deal with a lot of things. We understand your problems of receiving money in Africa. They don't. Right? So I have a friend, I'm not snitching on him, but he works on a Fiverr on a couple of projects. But every time he wants to cash in, he has to send money to me so that I can use my bank to make sure that he gets his money in Kwacha. These are challenges that are there. I'm building a platform that enables them to be able to get paid gigs and be able to get money in their local currency, or even if they have USD, they should be able to buy. And people have like, but I believe in this thing. People don't fully have to go. We have to create opportunities for Africans within the continent to be able to survive this. Because I don't want to ask you this question, but I'm going to tell you. You can say, no, it doesn't happen, because maybe you want to safeguard a few things. But when it comes to staying in other countries as an immigrant, you deal with so many things.
Yeah, you do.
Racism, weird rejection. That doesn't look at your capability. And all those sorts of things that sometimes you're like, okay, should I raise my kids here? So we want to make sure that through High Africa, we raise the next generation that work globally, but in Africa. So I want to ask you something. How do you think about this phenomena we're trying to explore? In the nature of what is happening right now. Right now, even to go to the US is difficult.
Very difficult.
You have to pay this bond like $10,000, $5,000, and all that. how do you think these? How do you look at these platforms?
Yeah. I think there are a couple of like angles to look at it.
Yeah.
I think I believe people should leave to succeed. I think there's yes and no. The first yes for me is that you get to experience. Okay, I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
I tell my wife that if you want to go and learn a new place, it's not enough to just go
And read about it.
and be there 1 week and come back.
Yeah.
Right? You need to go and live there to understand how the system works and everything else. So I think if you are gonna go out, you're gonna get rejections, you're gonna get all of this, but there's like a learning that you get
Yeah.
from there, right? Because it's like me reading about the US, right? There's one thing about reading about it, but there's also another thing where I'm
Experience.
there and experiencing it myself.
Yeah.
So there's a good component about living because you get to learn and work with other people who are completely different.
Yeah.
And you appreciate how other people work. I've worked with Americans. Now I work with Germans who are very much direct.
Yeah.
It's very direct,
Direct.
right?
Yeah.
And you get to pick up all these bits and pieces, and it kind of helps like your, I don't know, like your pyramid,
Yeah.
or some way. Like, okay, I learned this, I learned that, I learned that. So that's one thing. But secondly, Africa is the future. This is where High Africa comes in. Africa is the future.
Yeah.
So we need to absorb as much talent as we can to be here because it also helps like our economies to grow,
That's the thing.
right? So we just can't rely like, sending all the best talent out. We need to retain some talent.
Yeah.
So it has to be here. And for me, I don't mind coming back. Right? But I'm frustrated with the structure. So if we can solve the
problem,
structure
it's the problem with structures.
yeah. So if we can solve that, even if we don't solve it, I think for me, if we raise the money that we need, I'm coming back.
That's it.
Yeah.
And
So
I think the awareness of this is also what we bring through this podcast.
Yes.
It's for people to see that it's possible to raise money.
Yes.
But you have to do an extra
not
work.
easy.
You have to sacrifice your money.
yeah.
Sacrifice your
It is-
nights.
people, we often, I was talking to Bride about this. I was like, we don't often talk enough about the initial investment that you have to do as a founder. You have to make
Right.
as a founder. Because no one believes in your product at that moment. So you have to prove it by using your own money to pay for all of these things. So, yeah. And then once it's out there, people now start to look at it and it's like, oh, this person is doing something. I can give him some of my money.
True.
Yeah.
Now, because you're a senior engineer, I'm going to ask you this question because it's very important. Because I know from here you're thinking CTO somewhere. So if you're thinking in that direction, in the context of Africa, so with the world's largest youth workforce, for instance, by 2035, how do we make sure Africa moves from supplying labor to supplying leadership in tech? I've always had a question about leadership in tech. And I'm having the next guest next week. I might have Nohats again. We want to talk about tech, but if he's not coming this week, I'm having Brian. I don't know if you know Brian.
Brian Gondwe?
No.
Brian from
Longway, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Brian Longway.
Yeah.
Yeah, good guy. So we'll be talking about raising money in Africa because we touched upon it when I was having him in the first time because he raised some and they're saying the shenanigans gags that happen when it's specifically you're raising money in Africa. But there's another thing. It's about supplying tech, labor, for instance, in the global space, but also about leadership.
Yeah.
I mind about leadership. And with him, there was a discussion about Africa. I don't know if you're following that kind of discussion.
I saw it.
Yeah, it's a big issue, right? Where African leadership in tech is an important phenomenon. But
True.
we're more of, we want to work with you. We want to be employed.
Yes.
Then we also want to lead the tech because these decisions that are made for Africa, decisions that are made about investments in Africa are made by people that have not experienced Africa in that level.
Very important. Experience, context.
Yes.
So I think when it comes to leadership, there are different levels of, I think I saw some, I listened to this, but also there's a book that I really recommend every software developer to read. It's called Apprenticeship Patterns. It was recommended to me by my staff engineer. One thing we have to understand is that Africa has to go through the same phases that each and every tech revolutionary country went through. So when I look at it right now, I think right now we are in this moment where it's like our aha moment. We're understanding like, oh, we can also do
Works.
this.
Okay.
Right? It works. We can also do this. This is where we are. Right? So we're going to end up with a bunch of like junior or mid-level people like engineers, leaders. But as time goes by, we're going to claim what is rightfully ours. So it's going to take time, but we have to understand like it's going to come. So tech leadership, yes, there are people that are already like there, but then there are just a few of them. But people like you, people like me, I think in the next coming 10 years, will be like, nah, we've been in this space, we have innovated, now we want to lead this thing. Because I understand, obviously, the entertainment sector, the media and entertainment industry. You understand about people in operations in higher Africa. So we want to know, we want to be there, be the people that make decisions. So it's not going to happen now.
Yeah.
But we are setting up to get there.
We're setting up.
This is why I say Africa is the future.
How do we cultivate that? Because my issue is, if we don't cultivate it in the next 10 years, we'll come back and we'll complain together.
Yeah, oh yeah.
How do we cultivate the leadership of IT?
I think it's all about like training the right people. And also, I think it's internal. Like there has to be a pause that there's like initial that has to come from within, because like there are different directions that tech can go, right? So people have to understand like, okay, this is where I am. This is what I like to do. For example, where I am right now as a senior, there are two ways that I can go. I can go into management, or I can still go into software development, which becomes like a staff engineer, which this way I want to go. I don't want to leave. I don't want to start doing management now. I want to go here. But there are people who want to go into management. So it's very important that people who are going to go into management, like let's say I wanted to be in management, I am trained and I get to learn how to do that, because that is going to lead now to take leadership on the administrative side. Where if I go in the staff engineer role, I'm going to be a tech leader, but on the implementation details
side.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
We need to cultivate that.
We need to cultivate that. And I think that kind of training, that kind of mentoring has to go to even those ones that have left and they're just consumed by maybe a director role in different organizations or even companies who their leadership is just 2 hours.
Yes.
I have no problem with 2 hours. I'm just saying, you have to be at the level that you're leading the future of technology.
Yeah.
And most of them, they don't seem to see that.
No, they don't. I think it's by the book, and tech moves very fast. Especially right now, it's moving very, very, very fast with AI.
Yeah.
So it's hard to keep up.
Yeah.
But what we can do is to look to balance between what is in the real world and what we are doing.
Yeah.
And be a little bit flexible in both aspects.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Speaking of AI, where should Africa's loudest mouth, not loudest mouth, the loudest voice rather, be in the global debate? So should it be in AI? Should it be in data sovereignty? Or should it be in the digital economy? Where do you think we should focus on right now as Africa?
I think all those three are good, but one area that I would focus
Top it up. Maybe.
One area I would focus on is infrastructure.
Infrastructure.
Why? Because if you look for cloud infrastructure, which kind of powers everything in Africa right now, it's owned by AWS in South Africa.
Yep.
That's the only like big. I think Google and AWS are the ones that own it, right? And that's one area. I wish we could solve this infrastructure issue and connectivity, of which I think we are going there. So infrastructure-wise, if we solve that, maybe let's say 5 to 10 years, we've solved this infrastructure issue where like we have our own data centers, we have like connectivity.
Yeah.
Then we need to think about how do we digitize everything else that we have, because there's a lot of data that is not digitized.
Yeah.
It's hard to find African data.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
And it's also hard to share African data.
That's the thing.
Right? So it's hard to do business. It's like the European kind of like market for startups.
Yeah.
It's like you're dealing with, I listened to a podcast with one of the founders, like, okay, I can go to the US and raise money and then build something else that works in the whole of the US.
Yeah.
In Europe, I have to deal with, like Uber had to deal with like
Each country.
France.
Yes.
It's the same thing we have in Africa.
Yeah.
So we have to realize, we have to learn from Europe to say, how can Malawi and Zambia share data.
Yeah. Yeah, which Europe is a very restrictive market, and says that you raise big money and do something in the US, but you can hardly do anything. In EU, it take you years for you just to build something. So it's accepted.
We need to think. We need to look at that and how we can solve that ourselves as Africa.
Cool, man. As we're going to a close, what does a digitally empowered Africa look like in 2035 from your perspective?
Independent.
10 years from now.
Has to be independent. We can run our own infrastructure. We can have our own connectivity. We can have our own data sharing platforms. That's what I'm looking for. It doesn't have to be hard for me to set up like a cloud infrastructure. Maybe I'm looking from it from a technical standpoint. But it's also good because if I can spin up something else on the cloud from Malawi without having, because it solves a lot of issues. For example, we have, I think in 2018 when I was starting Elior Health, 2017, we had like a policy, for example, in digital healthcare that like personal records, like electronic health records cannot be stored outside of Malawi. But we didn't have data centers. Well, maybe we did have, but I didn't know about them.
It's funny. I remember that in most African countries, there's a kind of regulation where even when it comes to data, right? Like even emails, government emails, people are not allowed to have like a bespoke platform where you can host. So let's say whatever country, maybe Tanzania, maybe they don't keep their emails in the cloud. So if you say, okay, fine, we're going to set you up with Microsoft, it'll be like, no, we want to keep everything in here.
But we don't have the infrastructure.
But you wonder that, okay, fine, so can I send you an email that giving you a Gmail? They're like, but
it's like the law and the policies are different from what is the implementation.
The implementation on the ground, because we don't have that kind of infrastructure to be able to house most of these things. So you limit people who could have built platforms that could have really helped the country, because you wanted to limit things that sometimes you just have to understand. And put maybe just have like a sandbox where you are able to check some of these things.
True.
Cool. So you're thinking about independence. Independence is going to be a big thing, right?
For me, yes. Because when you're too dependent on other things, on other technologies, it's like right now we don't have. Okay, so there's independence, and we need to, which also drives to another thing, which is like research. Which we don't really have that. We don't have budgets for that. But it's because it's important for us to be independent, because it helps a lot with us not depending on OpenAI developing like some technology.
And
then we just adopt
it with an API, and then whenever there's something that happens there, a scandal, then
we have to move from this point where we are just consumers and receivers of technology, and be our own company, be our own continent which can develop our own thing and now start exporting it. That's what China did. I think you talked about it. China did the same thing.
And so many countries are doing that. It's about I say data sovereignty. That's the discussion I was talking about. It's about data, but even tech sovereignty in somewhere where you now start seeing that we have our own infrastructure that can power us. And we can be able to exist
without
that.
Right? So that's the most important thing for me. Like 5 to 10 years from now, if Africa can have, but I think, as I said, it starts with the base level infrastructure. Have infrastructure and empower developers, because it's developers who can take the country and the continent forward.
I hear you, man. Let's close from here. You wear so many hats: an engineer, founder, innovator. So when history looks back, how do you want people to remember you? As a coder, a creator, or someone who provided that Africa, I don't know, has to now see a different light? Like, how do you want people to remember you, man?
I think I still go back to the dream that I had. For me, it was all about...
Not about the wife, right?
No, no, not about that. But I think for me, the dream has always been to showcase that Malawi can also do it on the global stage. That's always been that's always been the dream. Like, I've worked in companies where I'm the only Malawian. but I also want to see people knowing that there are also people like tech people that can come out of Malawi and do something on the global stage.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I want to see. I want people to remember me as someone else who at least helped put Malawi on the map in some kind of way.
Yeah.
Right. I've talked to so many people, some investors, some not. I want to be one of those people, not the first. I don't care if I'm the first or the 10th or 100th, but I want to be one of those people where when one day people look at, for example, one of the things that I've done, like let's say Vwaza, they ask about what is Vwaza and where did it come from? And then, and this is also intentional by the name, when Vwaza blows up someday, they're going to search Vwaza and then they see Vwaza March, like, oh, where is this? It's in Malawi. We've never heard about Malawi. That's what I want to see. I want people to remember me as one of those people who took the tech from Malawi, exported it, and people are able to know what Malawi is. Because I'm proud of this country. It frustrates me. Sometimes I hate it, but I love it so much because I want to see. I want to see it be better.
Yeah.
So yeah, doesn't matter if I'm the innovator, the creator, whatever. But I just want people to see that I am the one of the people who put Malawi on the map.
Amazing.
Yeah,
well, that's a good way to end it, man. Malawi is your home.
It is. Always be.
Always be. This is where your legacy will be as well. Of course, internationally it will be. People will remember you with the products you've built in different places, but this is your home, and we love Malawi.
I do love Malawi.
Yeah. There's a brand here called Podcast Malawi.
Yes.
Bears the name.
Yeah.
So we love Malawi like that. Man, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you.
This is a long time coming kind of conversation. We have to do this when you're back in Malawi at some point. At that time, I believe Voaza is going to be bigger.
I believe so.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking about so many things, even for us, with the brands, with the platform that we're building for High Africa and other associated products.
That's good.
Yeah, weird with me. I build 5 products at a time.
That's good.
Deliberately.
I understand that.
It's not that kind of life.
I understand.
Yeah, so, but I'm excited that you came through, man. And we made it possible. Next time, let's do it in Germany.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
I don't know, man. I have a phase in my life that let me see with whatever that I'm building right now, and even let me see with what kind of opportunity that is going to be there. Like working remote, I find a lot of leverage in some way.
Yeah.
But I think I'm also thinking about moving.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk about that because my employer will be like, okay, moving from no, but I think about it sometimes.
Yeah.
Do I want to move now? I don't think so. I think I like what I'm doing, but also building whatever that I'm building here. Sometimes being on the ground is good.
Yes.
It helps you to see things and be able to fix quickly.
Yeah.
And so forth. But I'm happy that you're representing the flag. Keep doing it.
Thank
I
you.
see you inspiring. You have these talks. Sometimes you go live and you talk to people. Do that. I think there's a lot of demotivation that happens in this country.
Oh, yeah.
And even in Africa. But what you do when you are showcasing that this can be done, we're able to do it, I think people see that kind of value increasing. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing. So from us, Africa, we're so excited that you came through, and see you in the next episode.
Thank you.